Hey guys, just to let you know that you can find our podcast on Podbean, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, and we also upload every podcast on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/patchusin. Don't forget we're on Instagram at patchusinofficial. We're also on Twitter at patchusin, and our Facebook page is facebook.com/patchusinofficial. You can also visit our website www.patchusin.com, and finally, if you want to email us any questions or comments, it's patchusinofficial@gmail.com. That's patchusinofficial@gmail.com.
Hello everyone and welcome to the 22nd Patches In podcast. I'm here with Dom.
Hey guys.
Hamish.
Hi everyone.
And unfortunately Ross is back with us.
Yay.
And I'm Hugh. Right, it's been a couple of weeks since the last time we recorded, so let's go around the table and see how everyone is and make sure they're physically and mentally ready for what's to come. Dom, what about you? Are you okay?
I was born ready, baby.
You born ready?
I came out of the oven like, man, I'm on fire. I'm so ready.
Anything exciting happen?
I've done a good few things. Said a good few things.
I have done
Sang a couple of wee songs. Did a wee dance.
Hamish.
Are we going to get a song out of you?
Yeah.
Can we hear it now then?
No, it's a surprising song.
Alright, okay.
Right, are you going to do it randomly throughout the podcast?
Maybe.
Is that the start?
Mm.
Ain't
Hamish.
good enough for you, babe.
I'm feeling very good, mate. I'm
feeling very good? How many cans did you spark before this?
Yeah. I'm on my fourth, but
Fourth?
that's not why I'm feeling good.
Alright, okay.
He's got that buzz. He's got that buzz look about him, hasn't he?
Found Jesus.
Where was he?
He was in the oven with me.
No, he was out the back. He's my gardener. But we got him. Found him.
Jesus.
I'm actually feeling good because my manager in work has, for March, he's decided to go meat free. So me being the wee shit that I am, I was like, that's a great idea, man. I'm only going to eat meat this month, just to wind them up, just to do the exact opposite, and I'm loving it. I'm feeling really good, man.
That's good then.
I'll
Yeah,
meet
no,
The carnivore, is it a carnivore diet?
Yeah, carnivore diet.
Yeah.
apart from the beer, obviously, but that's still got a special place in my heart. In fact, I'm going to spark
And your
one.
liver and
Oh,
everything
yeah.
else.
Hold on.
Coursing through my blood.
And it is.
Oh,
That was a good one.
that was a good spark. Jealous. I'm very jealous of that spark. Ross, you get in to tell us an important going on in your life?
Well,
He's part of the Patches In podcast, mate.
Yeah.
I
The
mean,
fourth
that's
rated
the only downside.
podcast.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it goes Joe Rogan.
Everybody else.
Everybody else. We're somewhere around 5 million.
So 5 million. That's good.
Yeah, you go on, Ross, go on.
Out of 3 million.
So,
Yeah, so apart from just, expecting my fourth child. Which
Oh,
is
Number
due
4.
in a
you
year.
do look like you're expecting.
I do.
What are you expecting it to do?
Well, hopefully pay for lots of shit, because it's costing a lot.
You heard it here first.
You need to get this baby famous. Get it in, like, MMA,
really crap
MMA
podcast,
fighting.
yeah.
To carry on this gaming podcast, to get rid of the small talk.
I'll go back to
Aye, sorry.
what's happening.
It's been a big week in the world of gaming.
It has been.
Final Fantasy VII Remake demo was released on the PS4. Now I know that
Why,
the two
Hamish,
of
why are
us-
you leaving?
Hamish, calm down. Ross doesn't have a PS4.
I'm actually really gutted, because only just when we were talking about it did I actually realise that the Final Fantasy VII Remake is PlayStation 4 exclusive.
Yeah.
I think it's only for a year though.
I heard it was longer until, I think it's when Part 3 gets released.
Right.
For it, it'll be then fully released for the PlayStation, for the PC. But that's all just rumoured, but I'm sure it's exclusivity for the PlayStation until it's finished.
Now I've seen all the Kingdom Hearts come out on the Xbox. I'm not holding out hope for any kind of exclusivity in Square Enix games.
Nah.
But-
Exclusivity in general is just fucking stupid.
I know.
It can
but then
be,
it gets people to buy consoles. And
Creates competition.
Yeah.
But would you, if I gave you a loan of my PS4, would you play it?
Ooh.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
Do you like
I
it?
might do that.
You'd also never get your PS4 back.
I fixed a PS4 for Ross
aye,
before.
after how many weeks?
It wasn't.
Months, even?
You say fix
Did I
it.
fix it though?
You took a penny out of it.
Yeah, I fixed it.
And you kept that penny.
I did not give him that
To this-
£2
to this
back.
I was like 3 or 4 pence worth of coppers. like,
Jesus.
and one of the wages obviously went, oh, the piggy bank.
blink, blink.
And you're going to have another child soon.
Children and games consoles at like on the low level shelf is
I
not.
can-
It's not
man.
good, man. It's not good.
I can remember putting like hot dogs in a VCR when I was younger.
Hot dog.
And Hamish will tell a story about how he put bread in.
I mean, that was like a lot better than my brother. My brother just got a hammer and smashed the TV in. So like,
That takes some strength though. What CRTs are?
they're pretty solid.
Aye, there's a lot of
Good on
glass.
him.
I would see when you used to work back in Game Station. We used to like see when the Wii first came out.
Yeah.
So everybody was buying Wii's, and obviously it was a family console, so it was
Yeah.
obviously bought into family houses with children and small people.
Yeah.
And you used to have kids that would put a disc in and then think they could just put the next disc in and then
Yeah,
put another
another
disc
disc
in, and we
in,
got
yeah.
it back with like, it's not working, it's not reading discs anymore, it won't eject, it won't do anything. We're like, okay, how do we look at it? One day we just took a hammer to one. We're like, right, let's open this and see what's in it. 5 discs jammed into the disc drive.
Jesus.
That's good.
A lot of them
going.
don't. A lot of
Those
them
aren't
don't.
big.
put that.
No,
Yeah.
they're not. They're like, it was bulging. That's why we cracked it open. We're like, what the hell's happened to this? Why is it bulging?
Was it
Some-
still turning on?
Aye, you can
Because
switch
it go,
on.
yeah, just beep 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 beep. It would just start like going nuts because it's like trying to load 5 discs
It's
at
trying-
once.
well, it's-
How the fuck does it get the
smoking.
space for that, man?
Aye, it's crazy.
Like, aye, they were just all jammed in it.
That's
Yeah.
why I don't like those self-loading disk drives. Like
Yeah.
it's
It's not like
just
the
so easy.
PlayStation 2 where you can just put it in, or the PlayStation 1 where you can just close it down, or
Do
the
you know what?
Xbox original
Yeah.
as well.
Even
See,
then, I
I
had
seen a
problems
picture
with
the
that.
other day, and it was an old PlayStation 2. And any of the listeners out there that might even know, or anybody that ever did have a chipped or even the device for
Yes.
playing
Modded
The
PS2.
The
modded
modded.
PlayStation.
No.
Remember the wee spring you used to have to put in under the
Yeah.
lid to keep the lid open so you could swap
Oh, that's the
discs over?
PS1 you're talking about.
Oh, it's PlayStation 1.
Yeah,
sorry.
it's
Yeah.
swapping the disc out so it reads the copy protection off the real disc,
Yeah.
and then you can just put in any disc.
That
you
was
want.
Aye,
so
you-
genius,
You
man.
had to
That
hold,
was
hold down the wee thing with something and
Aye,
then
yeah,
swap
the
the wee
over.
spring, a wee
Wait.
Springer blue tack I used to use. I mean, that I heard that people used to
Aye,
use.
I heard
Aye,
people used to
yeah,
use it.
you
You
used
felt,
to
you
use
felt like a fucking hacker or something
Yeah.
like that. Like, wait for the. Okay,
Yeah.
it stopped. Swap over. And like, you need to be dead fast.
I can remember
That's
doing that, like helping my brother load up games for it. The first one that I'd ever played was Soul Blade
Oh,
for
yeah.
it,
What a
and
good
then
game. Good
Aye.
game. It's
and then I was like, I watched someone load it.
Yeah.
Obviously, didn't use it.
You know, I buy a lot of stuff off eBay, like
Do you?
old consoles with
Yeah.
like piles of games with them. People will find a chipped console, which is worth a little bit because chipped consoles are always fun.
Yeah.
But then they will put their copied games in with it and price them like actual games. And you're like,
Yeah.
no,
No.
those are trash.
Yeah.
Like,
I
That's
could
not-
literally download that and put that on a fucking
Aye.
20 pence disc myself.
I'm
What?
not paying you £10 each for those.
Yeah, exactly. What I liked about the Final Fantasy VII demo
Oh,
was did you originally play the Final Fantasy demo on the PlayStation?
Like,
The original,
The original
on
one.
the PlayStation, did you ever play it? Because
I played it wasn't a demo, it was just a video
yeah,
showing me the first cutscenes.
so
And I was amazed.
I remember when my brother got the PlayStation that Final Fantasy VII had a demo along with it because it was on the back of the box. They had it was just Midgard. It was just the exact same thing that they did for this demo where it cut off when you fought the boss,
Really?
and that was the end of it. When I was like, that's a lot of detail for just a short, 25 minute demo.
So I'm just obviously people can't see this, but the look of shock on Hugh's face when he's like, "There was a demo in the box."
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I didn't know there was an actual playable Final
There was a
Fantasy
playable
demo.
Final Fantasy demo because
Was-
I remember
that
playing it and my
looks-
brother going, "This is trash. I don't want to play it. I want to play what was it at the time? Probably FIFA.
Bubsy.
Bubsy
You know-
3D.
Was 7 Cloud or Squall?
Cloud.
Cloud. I played that, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, do you remember?
that,
So
yeah.
it stops at the exact same part, this new demo that it does in the
Oh, right,
original
okay,
demo,
yeah.
which is such a nostalgia trip,
Aye, that's
which is
quite
great.
cool.
See, just on mentioning that's reminded me. I had a GameCube
Aye.
when the GameCube's not too long after the head came out, and I managed to get one from GeForce in
Yes.
Clydebank, and it said
Rest
that
in peace.
it said that it came with Mario Kart Double Dash, but it
Mm.
also had the Zeldas in with it as well. So
Oh.
I had the Ocarina of Time and
Master
Master
Quest.
Quest. Yeah, Ocarina. It was Wind Waker. It had Master Quest and Ocarina with the N64.
There was also the box that had the original Zeldas with it as well.
Aye,
Oh.
it was the one that had the N64 ones. So it was the
Aye, it was-
Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask.
Was it Majora's Mask
Aye.
on the GameCube?
Was Majora's on
Oh,
that
yeah,
as well?
yeah.
But
I can't
it took
remember
me
that.
6 months to find that there was actually a disc in that box that had that on it because I just got it, and because I bought it and it was the Mario Kart Double Dash box, there was just a wee bit in the bottom corner that said also includes. I thought it was just a demo disc, so I was like, nah, whatever.
Oh, yeah, because
Man.
it's in the corner. That's
But
right.
me
Actually,
and my cousin both got the same one. We both got the same GameCube, the same version with the double dash and that. And he's like, "Oh, how far are you into Zelda?" And I was like,
What?
The demo?" Like, "No, I didn't play it." And he's like, "No, the actual." He's like, "No, the actual game is in there, like Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. They're in there, you know, the N64 games. And I was like, where?
Wait, hold on.
There's like a tiny wee box bit just underneath the console. It's just in there.
That's awesome. No, I didn't know that. That's like a wee treat for you as well, going
awesome.
back.
Right. Enough dilly-dallying. We're actually going to talk about Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Okay.
Right. This was everything I wanted it to be. Like,
So,
I'm just going to ignore everything they say.
Oh,
fine,
you
man, don't
and Neil
worry.
have a conversation,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So how's the wife?
Let's just mute the boys.
Just pan us, pan us out. No, don't.
Don't
Not
actually pan us
Well,
out.
he's not going to. It's fine.
Right.
Do it.
So, first thing that I noticed when I started up is how good the music was. It's even better than the original one.
Is it
Yeah.
pure,
Obviously.
pure good, mate? Aye.
It was.
Is it genuinely
It
okay?
was the original one was obviously more chiptune.
Yeah, well, it's
Chip
done.
tune?
It's done
Chip
mostly
tune.
on a MIDI sort of format anyway.
Yeah.
Like when you have it, like you can only have so much space on a disc, and like they had free discs when they originally came out for like the amount of music cutscenes they had in the game, and now, yeah, it was free.
And it was only 8 gig the
Yeah.
download for
Yeah.
this, and you're wondering how they got so much. Like the music, the cutscenes,
Voice acting.
I don't know. I don't think it's 4K. I think it was 1440.
Yeah, like I was going to ask, what was it like on the Pro? Because
It
I
was
played on
excellent,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
There was
because
no slowdown. And see when you do the slowdown, like when you want to do the active time battle commands,
yeah,
like in the it's like slow motion and they've put a filter over it.
yeah.
It looks so cool because
Yeah.
when the Buster Sword's like coming through, there's fire coming off it and stuff like
Yeah.
that. The voice acting was really good.
Yeah, I've heard a few people talk about saying like that the voice acting that they nailed it for every single part from English, Japanese, like French. They've synced all the lips for each language.
Right.
For
Okay.
it. That's just why it's taken quite a long time for it, and a lot of people are like
Finally.
they're actually.
That's literally what we were talking about the other week there about how terrible it was to try and watch things like
Yeah, Batman Ninja and all that when we were talking.
Dragon
Yeah.
Quest and Ni no Kuni and all that about how horrible it was with the dubs.
Yeah, but they're taking their time for unique dialects and that as well for it. It's the same with
Nice.
like for Barrett was I thought like I don't know
I honestly
they
thought they were
nailed
gonna go
his
full
character.
Mr. T.
You mean Mr. T?
Yeah,
Yeah.
ma-
I
yeah,
thought they
honestly,
were going to go that way, but they didn't.
They-
They didn't. They went
Terry.
less.
basically
less
Terry, I
Mr.
think.
T.
As soon as I saw Barrett, I was like, it's just Mr. T.
So, but they've got him as like he's as we were saying the last time, like Avalanche is like a vigilante group,
Eco-terrorists.
eco-terrorists that are trying to like
Save the planet.
save the
from
planet.
The evil energy
So
company.
they're in a lift, and basically Barrett
That's what it is.
has a sort of say, like in the PlayStation original, it's just him just shaking about his
Giant arms.
his polygon sort of like his forearms are tiny, like the Popeye arms, just going. But in this they have like a fully acted out scene
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
him, Jesse, and Cloud, and they've given like Jesse a character. They've given Biggs and Wedge characters, which
Yeah,
is
There were
crazy.
side characters in the original.
Yeah, because they actually have
Biggs and Wedge.
personality for it. Like Jesse's just wants a bit of Cloud.
She is all over Cloud, man.
Yeah, and it was like I'm like, yeah, because like it didn't really come across as that like in the PlayStation. I can remember when they got back to like the bar with Tifa, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, you could kind of see her going, oh, right. But then she's like, oh man, who's that guy? Fuck.
I've never been able to play them. It was just a game that I never really picked up when I was younger.
None of them.
None of them.
Like, never you ever into any JRPG whatsoever?
No,
Turn-based stuff.
so I've played.
Sable Dragon.
No,
Oh,
I tried that. I tried that, but it was so long. I was just like, nah.
I can
It's
remember-
about 40 hours long.
yeah,
now,
I got in 10 hours, and I was like, I've got to stop this. This fucking theme song's doing my nut in because it was the same song over and over
Mate,
again.
It was a dream team.
It wasn't
was
even.
Hironobu Sakaguchi and Akira Toriyama.
Yeah, but it was still and it was a hot. I'm like, right, I'm gonna have to mute this.
It wasn't even that for me.
Oh.
Like I got it off a like Love Film when they used to
I
deliver
read
games,
the games, yeah.
and I was like, "There's no way I'm keeping this and not getting other games." Like I'm just like, send this back and get something better.
He just said Goku, and he was like, fuck us.
It looks like Dragon Ball and is made by the Final Fantasy's original creator.
That was a much better time when I didn't really know anything about Dragon Ball. Now I hear loads of shit from you guys. So.
no, like JRPGs that I have played before. I played Chrono Trigger,
I love Chrono
and
Trigger.
on
That's
the
amazing.
SNES, I have tried and played the older Final Fantasies. So would that be like 2 and 3, 4?
No, 6.
Six.
Probably you
Six.
played.
But then they're still fun.
They should
Six
make
is maybe
a,
the
I've
best.
tried them.
they should
but-
make an updated version, Corona Trigger.
No.
We're not going that way on this
So-
podcast.
I tried to play 7 and 8. I think at the time of it, my pal had a PlayStation. I used to go into his house and he would be playing it. So I would be like in amongst like wherever he would be in the story, but it was never up to date with it. It was terrible.
See, especially if you came in during 8, you'd be like, what the fuck is
No,
going on here?
I remember watching the
Renoir
intro.
shooting dogs and all that. You're like,
It should
their
be-
arm and all that. You're like, what the fuck?
It's your journey from when you start the game, so
Yeah.
you know everything about the characters. You know how they're all set up.
Yeah.
You know how they fight. See, if you
Yeah.
jump into a JRPG in Disc 2 of like Final Fantasy 8,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, what does this guy do? Who's strong?
Yeah.
What character does the most damage?
I remember watching the intro because I think like my part again. This is going back to PlayStations. So my friend had it on. He also had Biohazard.
Ah.
Oh,
Biohazard,
Biohazard.
where you had the options to choose yes or no, but couldn't read Japanese, so everything was just trial and error.
Everything
No,
was
that's the
nutty.
wrong one.
Swing
Was that
wild.
left or right? I can't remember. But with the JRPGs that I've played before, I've just never. Final Fantasy was in a gap where
Yeah.
I just didn't get to play it and didn't have a shot of it. So with that, the new Final Fantasies, I'm not really sure. I played a demo for Final Fantasy 15 where
Yeah.
it's got the live fighting in it.
Yeah.
I wasn't really sure if that was good or bad. I think that those style of games have always been turn based, and I think when you put the live into them, it turns them into a different game.
It sort of
like
took
total
it from
action
game.
RPGs.
They-
Yeah.
It took a lot from Final Fantasy 11 for that, and it's more of an autoplay, like a point and click.
Right.
15 has an active
It's not
passive.
the-
It's a hybrid that they tried to do, because obviously they've had like plenty of games that came out after Final Fantasy 10,
Yeah.
including online ones, Kingdom Hearts, and they had all these sort of mechanics that could use. I think Final Fantasy 7 remake is just taking all the good mechanics from Kingdom Hearts, so the fighting mechanics, spells, slowdown graphics, and got rid of a lot of the shite, like
But are
Like,
you still able to switch between
characters.
the
Oh.
live mode and the turn-based style
No.
combat?
No, they've
Was that
kind
not something they had said in the last video?
they've done it so
it's a mixture.
yeah.
You attack almost like a hack and slash to build up meters,
Yeah,
which then you go into your menu system
Uh-huh.
to fire spells.
but that's like
or
based on like
attacks.
like you say, it's a
you
really
move your character.
slow down like option change when you go in to change your spells
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
It push into like an almost pause, but
Yeah,
not quite.
but it's more action. So you have to
Yeah.
have your positions of your characters on the field.
which is a lot better.
Yeah.
And you can switch between them nicely for it. It's just like right on the D-pad, isn't it? And you can go between from
I think
Cloud
it's
and Barrett.
R2 and L2.
I was sure that with
I think-
one of the last videos and press conferences that they had for it, they had said that they were going to do turn-based combat in it, where you
Yeah.
can put
Is
it
that-
in as like the
It's more like if they wanted, you can kind of do that. Oh, sneaky weekend there.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you are all talking shite about a shite game, so I'm just gonna spark a weekend.
Hey, that's
in the
just
background.
your wrong opinion there, Hamish.
We've yet to find something he actually likes except sparking cans.
see if any game developers out there listen to us and want to make up a game called like Sparky the Can. Like
Oh, that's a
Hamish-
T-shirt.
Hamish will be the
Yeah.
sole.
Or if any beer companies
Thunder.
are listening, I'll just take a sponsorship.
He'll drink you
His poor
dry.
liver. You drink
Or-
it dry.
or-
Every
the-
spark that I do, which is a lot, I'll say a wee jingle for you or something, you know.
Go jingle jangle, sparkle kangle.
Final Fantasy 15 was automatic
Yeah.
attack, right? So you pressed the lock on button, I think it was R2, L2, I can't remember, it's been a while.
Yeah.
And then you just held circle, and that player did everything you wanted it. Like, it was cool attacks, he would like disappear, go behind him, slash, but you weren't doing any of it. It
Yeah,
was
Right,
just-
Noctis.
Which
It
is
looked more of a
automatic.
show. It
That's
was
not,
more.
not when I played it.
Yeah, that's it. That's the combat system.
You're playing
just
the
lock on.
Royale, aren't you?
Royale
though?
edition,
Yeah,
yeah,
because
so
you can
that-
switch between everyone in the Royale,
Not
can't
Does
you?
it
straight
come
away,
with
not
cheese?
straight away, you have to
No,
lock it.
I was just playing the main guy, but no, what I mean is like you were pressing every thing, and you had to parry, you had a button for dodge.
You didn't
Yeah.
have to press every time. You might have been doing that, but like you could have just held that circle button
Oh,
and
really?
it would have kept going, which is boring. There is
So-
a parry,
Yeah.
but I completed the game twice, and none of the combat was challenging.
So that
Not
was the
at all.
thing when I first played. I only played the demo to begin with,
Yeah.
and then I think when you started playing it again, we seen the fishing bit at the start of it.
You
Yeah.
love fishing. Why do you love fishing?
I
so
like
much?
fishing in games, not fishing games.
I mean, you probably heard on the latest video they put up, like,
Game Pass gossip.
uh-huh.
The fuck's that voice about?
Sorry. In our in our latest episode of
Game Pass Gossip.
I was just trying to give it a wee.
No, you weren't. You were being a sarky wee
No,
bitch.
he was.
No,
He was actually
I like
Game Pass
I
Gossip.
do.
You were the only one that collaborated, so yeah.
I did.
See, exactly. He put in the work. He put in the elbow grease.
Then couldn't send it to the cloud, so it didn't really make a difference anyway.
So what are you? What one would you prefer?
Active or passive?
Active or the turn-based?
Active.
I don't know.
I know you're not
'Cause-
asking me, but I would say active.
Like action RPG or the turn-based?
So yeah, but
Final Fantasy
if there
X
was-
is the greatest turn-based RPG. Like, it has the best fighting system in a turn-based RPG. You can take your characters in and out at will.
They all have unique abilities to.
Yeah, and there's a sphere grid of abilities, and you can customize your character in any way you want.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
and Final Fantasy X is the last Final Fantasy with a turn-based system,
Right.
and it was like the perfection of everything they made before it. So if you ever want to do that, Final Fantasy X is your game.
Wait a minute, 10? What about 10-2 was turn-based?
We don't talk about that.
10-2
I
is
think it was more about
turn-based,
jobs,
but
wasn't it?
It's not its job system, and it's not as good as 10.
Yeah, I can.
I
agree with that.
know it's not very good. So that's another one that I got like for a few days. And I was
And
like,
on
I
International
don't
Women
count
Day as well, Hamish.
10-2 is like a mainline one because it's a sequel of a mainline one.
I know, I got it, and I would like again just like the only Final Fantasy I'd played before that was like 7 and 8, and it'd been a while.
So
And
you
then-
went for a sequel of a sequel.
Well,
well.
I was available, and I was that was in my gamer score.
You've seen the
junkie.
ladies on it.
He's
It
seen
was-
the ladies
seen
in
the
it.
ladies.
He's
No,
seen
it
the
was-
three
it just-
ladies.
It was just that time that I was
Wait,
I had
you
the
get
love
to dress
film
them?
thing.
That's another.
Well,
Thought
that's when I
process.
gave up. I was like, I was like, oh, you get all these outfits, and I was like, this is not the game.
Is that
for
not
me.
where did
Right.
they not get rid of the summons to put in outfits?
Well, because the summons, spoil it for. Well, should we spoil it
For
to Final Fantasy X? Because you don't get the
Just go for it.
summons.
It's
Aye.
been
Is
out
that-
for
is that not
20 years.
Fucking ages
I
ago.
don't know.
Aye, okay. It's just because
I-
in case Ross was
I
interested
literally
in it.
just said it. Did they
Spoiler
not
alert,
This is a
guys.
spoiler for the story
Aye.
of Final Fantasy X if anyone's going to play
Yeah,
it.
spoiler
Okay.
guys. Vader's Luke's father. Like, don't worry about it.
Okay,
Hey,
all,
mate.
in Final Fantasy X, all the summons that Una collects all dies. So in Final Fantasy X Part 2, they
What?
don't have any summons.
There are no summons.
Summons don't exist.
There's no
shit.
need for summons when you defeat Sin.
Yeah.
There's too much to go into,
Yeah.
right? We're
But
not
it just
getting into
means
Final
that. But
Fantasy
then
X story.
everyone that has died gets basically. I was about to say wished away.
Like,
They get
freed?
freed. They basically get their soul laid to rest. So
Okay.
Yuna's basically that's what she's supposed to do as a guardian. She's like,
Okay.
get to fuck, and then
Right.
they all float away. But
Very simplified version of the
yeah,
story.
but basically, but Titus or Titus, he's more
Titus.
like Titus.
It is.
Titus?
You find out what with him, he's like, oh, I've been dead this whole time, and everyone's like, what? Fuck, and he's like, all right, and then he fades away.
Don't you
So it's
fucking
like the-
insult my...
The sixth
Hold on, hold
friends.
on. So in X Part 2,
Yeah,
the digital boobaloo, they find out there's a Titus running about, and they're like, hold on, but he's fucked. We sent him away. What the fuck was he? This annoying Meg Ryan looking motherfucker coming back for?
You're
But,
annoying
yeah.
me every time you say Titus.
Titus?
It's Titus. It's
Titus?
got a D in it.
Waker?
Titus.
D in it like you.
Whitus?
You doesn't have a D in it, mate.
I was talking about
I'll give you a D in a
I was
minute.
Use
using
YOU, mate.
you to describe Dom. It's Titus.
Well, but there's other people have different. I call him Meg Ryan.
It's an ocean-based game.
Just let him fucking call him whatever he wants, right?
No,
Tidius.
Titus,
Hamish.
aye, Titus,
No,
Titus.
Hamish.
Tidius. Tidus.
What do you call Ifrit?
Ifrit.
No, it's Ifrit.
Ifrit, mate. Even I know that. Ifrit.
What do you call Shiva? Shiva?
Shiva.
No, it's Shiva.
Shoggy.
You can't actually say Shiva's Shiva. There is actually a god called Shiva.
Or
Sorry, I'm just battling you.
Shiva, mate.
I'm just busting your chops.
I'm cutting this up.
So
But yeah,
But anyway, Final Fantasy VII
We're
Remake.
still on this?
Yeah.
Fucking
well,
hell.
hold on. We'll wait till we get to a point.
We've been
Hamish.
rambling on about everything except...
I'm going to the
Him.
toilet, right? I need pee. You guys keep talking
Okay,
shit.
no problem.
Right.
Just let him. What's up?
Right.
fuck
Music, better than the original.
Yes.
Amazing. I actually got...
Why did you
like,
wait a second until he stops opening the door and then talk about the music and how good it is?
Hamish is a cunt.
Absolutely not.
the,
He's not going to hear it. Right, on you go. Right, so
Go.
the music.
the orchestral soundtrack, amazing. I actually listened to it on the way into work the other day.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
So good. Voice acting, amazing. They didn't cheapen it by making any of the characters like goofy and weird and wacky. They actually were proper characters. The battle system, great, love it. It keeps you engaged, unlike Final Fantasy 15, which
Yep.
was just lock on and press circle.
So again, when you were saying about that earlier on with the Final Fantasy 15, so that was you could just hold a button and it would just do all
Yeah,
the fancy
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I only played a little bit of a demo, I think, and then
There are
didn't bother.
options.
So can you make it more complicated in 15?
You could, but the problem is the game over levels you so fast.
Yeah.
Right.
Like the end boss isn't that difficult. The main bosses aren't difficult because I played it so much. I played all the side quests. I played all of there's hunting missions and stuff. My Noctis near the end was like over level 100.
He crazy strong.
Like it was dumb. Like I was defeating every boss within 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So the only way to make that game challenging is not to play all the other content.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So, which is also stupid. So I think what they took from that game and brought to Final Fantasy VII was the fact that people liked running about during the battle,
Yeah.
but they didn't like the fact that they had no control over the actual
Attacking.
attacks.
Yeah. What I liked about it was when you're battling in Final Fantasy VII, usually you have the sort of standard battle music, but it didn't really swell up that often because when you're running through the, I was going to say Midgard, fucking.
The Mako reactor.
Aye, so when you're running through the reactor, it just has the reactor theme,
Right.
but when you start battling, it picks up the speed, the tempo changes slightly.
It's like dynamic soundtrack.
Yeah, and it would be like
knows-
when you got more aggressive or you got like defensive, it would change from it as well, which was really interesting. I didn't notice it for the first time for it because like with Cloud, you've got like you can go full on attack, but you can't block.
Right.
yeah,
Which was a really
Punisher
good
mode.
Punisher, and you can revert back and then you can block, so it does change the stings when you're hitting people, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And then when you're out of battle, the track continues. It doesn't
Just
stop.
disappear. Yeah.
It's a bit like Metal Gear. If you've played any of the Metal Gear games,
Yeah.
when you get detected and then you're on caution and then you're free, it's like the soundtrack fits like that. It's
Yeah,
really well
okay.
done. And when you finally get the battle theme, which is like a great soundtrack, you're just like, yeah, fucking
Yeah, gets your head.
oh.
Yeah, that Final Fantasy VII battle theme is fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
They took it like
I think the strategy with the battle system will be good.
Oh yeah.
Because the boss fight against the what's it called again? The Spectre Scorpion. Or,
Yeah, the
I can't
scorpion
remember.
robot, like that you don't
Yeah.
hit when his tail's arched, because if you do, it just fucking shoots a laser at you and
But-
blows you the fuck up.
It's much more complicated now because it's got different defense systems. So you have to
Yeah.
you have to attack it in certain places. Then
It
you have to
runs up
use
the
magic.
wall and pulls stuff. That it's
I
like,
do remember
oh.
seeing the so when it was coming out, the playthrough sort of video clip for it, and it was showing like you can target the legs and take out the legs.
Yeah,
and all this, so
because you could
break
do
it down.
that. You could do that in the original as well. It's just that you had like target 1 and 2.
It was very easy
Yeah.
in the original, but this was difficult. I actually found it quite challenging, and you had to use. You were like, right, I'm going to attack its legs, back off, get my ATB meter full, try and use this magic, change to Barrett, the other character, use that, and like you had to actually plan
Yeah,
ahead.
because what they're doing now as well is that there's some enemies that Cloud can't reach, so Barrett's got to shoot them,
Right,
and vice versa. There's enemies that Barrett's would be weak to, where Cloud can just go in and.
So you
destroy
have
them.
to
It's-
switch characters because I knew going in that they want me to change to Cloud, but most of the time will be like, "No, I want to be Cloud."
No, I want
because he's the main
Tifa.
character.
I want to be mad.
Everybody
I
wants
love
to be
man.
Tifa.
Tifa beats the shit out. Like she suplexes things. Fucking
Do
awesome.
you remember the controversy at the beginning? Because
Oh.
people were mad that they downsized
Yeah.
their boobs.
Yeah, they made like a ridiculous polygon boobs that like were out to about there, like
They're
realistic.
massive.
God damn, but no, but Tifa's just like she's a great character in that game as well. That's why a lot of people like her.
Yeah, she's
For
good
it.
character. I can't wait to get to. Actually, I've took 4 days off to play this game.
I can't wait till this fucking conversation's over.
Well, what are you going to talk about?
Take 4 days out for this conversation.
Yeah,
But yes, I highly recommend if you've got a PlayStation, please
Yeah.
download this demo and have fun with it.
until Cyberpunk comes out in September, this
Then
is the
this
game
is
to
all
play.
you're going to
This
talk
is-
about.
I'm probably going to try and platinum this game.
When's
Yeah.
it come out?
April 7th.
You know, we don't actually need Hugh back on the podcast. We can just cut and paste this bit into every podcast because this is all he's going to fucking talk about.
It's great.
It's like the biggest release of the year.
Is it though?
It is.
Yes,
Is it though?
yes. You can
Don't
keep
you
saying
for Ragnarok us right now here, boy.
just because you don't like anything.
Is it though?
I sure
But
don't-
yes.
I sure don't like you, Hugh.
Oh, come on, guys. But yes, I heavily enjoyed that, and I played it 2 or 3 times
Yeah.
And then I think it was like I got up from I was off that day and I was like, oh man, why don't we just quickly check the PlayStation Store? And then I seen someone on Twitter go, yo, for some reason there's a Final Fantasy 7 demo up. They've been rumoring about this for weeks. It's just dropped this morning. I went, nah, they could have done it then. And then it was right there. I was like, I put it on Facebook because I got a lot of friends that are like obsessed. I've been begging for this game.
So like
I was gonna make a joke.
So fucking
you guys.
there's very little Final Fantasy content, like new Final Fantasy content coming out all the time. Last new game you got was 15. Like,
yeah,
that was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So
it's been a while.
I know they re-released it like 5 times, but like it's only so many times I can complete that game.
Yeah, but they did hit the money button. They're just like, we need money.
Final Fantasy 7
remake. And it's been it's been 5 years since they announced that they were actually going to do it as well, and that did not feel like 5 years. I was
they scrapped it halfway through and started again.
I don't blame them.
Surely it's been longer than that.
2015 is when they did the trailer.
The very first announcement.
Yeah, because they did 2014 was like remember they were hyping up Final Fantasy 7, and it turned out it was like a re-release on the Steam version on the PlayStation Store, and everyone was like, boo. Yeah, basically, and they're like, haha, just buy again, and everyone's like, oh, no, but you can play it at 1080p, and you're like, but the character models are still fucking PlayStation 1. People have been... The reason why people love this game so much is because it has great characters, villains, music.
Super rough.
Everything about it. Sorry. And it's relatable even nowadays. Sorry, Hamish.
See how you're saying that they scrapped it? Was it going to be totally different, or...?
No, I think what they for some reason contracted it out to... Is it... for some reason it's CyberConnect 2 in my head. I don't think it is. But CyberConnect 2 they made Dragon Ball Z Kakarot and stuff. I think what they got from them, like updates, they weren't happy with. And obviously this is their cash cow.
Yeah,
this is their thing.
Need it to go well.
They cannot fuck this up. People have been begging them to do it since they remade like Final Fantasy, what was it, 10? Like they re-released that
like 10 years ago.
Yeah. So,
but like the thing is, Kingdom Hearts 3 was coming.
Yeah.
So they had all of their main staff on Kingdom Hearts 3, and when Kingdom Hearts 3 was done, they moved all of those main staff straight over to Final Fantasy 7 remake.
Yeah.
So I guess Katase and Nomura are the main guys in Square Enix, and they are the ones that are dealing with every fucking big project.
So yeah, big thumbs up. You can't see me put my thumbs up.
2 big thumbs up.
Yeah.
One giant Buster Sword up.
Only 2, so that's 1 each. Or...
2 thumbs and 1 hard on up.
Please don't call that a podcast title.
No, call it 2 thumbs and 4 inches, mate.
2 thumbs and a pinky.
Honestly, any of you is going to play it?
No.
How many PlayStation 4s have you got?
I'm not even going to lie and be like, yeah,
You've only got one. Yeah, I'll play it. If you give me a loan of the console, I'll play it.
I'm playing it.
No, the demo.
Oh, the demo. I'll give you my PlayStation if I play demo.
Yeah, I'll give
Don't
you back
put
in
any
6
2
months.
pences in it though.
I'll play a demo.
Oh, you play demo?
So just so that on the next podcast I can rag on it. I'm just going to pick the...
So funny, you come in going, see that game, see that demo. It was actually pretty good, you know?
I'm really hyped for this one.
Me admit I was wrong? Never.
Hamish, how many beers you had?
Not enough for this fucking conversation.
Right.
Hey.
Speaking of...
And that's can number 8.
You needed that closer to the mic.
Nah, we tried that before, and it's very, very invasive.
It's very sore on people's ears.
People hear our soothing, sexy Scottish voices, and then they just hear...
So, Hamish, you hate what we're talking about.
Always.
What the hell did you play?
I've been playing a lot.
No one cares.
Oh,
Get on.
Come on.
Go on, mate.
Nah, fuck you.
Go on, mate.
I've been playing a lot, obviously, just because I was making that Game Pass gossip video on the for the YouTube. So, but
it was pretty good.
Sea Salt was probably my favourite out of them.
Yeah, I did look interested in that one as well.
It's a lot of fun and it's short. But I've also been playing a game called I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of this. Jotun.
Jotun.
Yeah. Jotun Valhalla edition. It's like a hand-drawn adventure game, kind of top-down. I was talking to Ross about it the other night.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a short wee game. It's basically you play this female Norse warrior who dies, and you're trying to impress the gods by like basically beating gods to get into Valhalla. It's fun. It doesn't hold your hand at all. Like you just kind of get thrown into the game, and it even tells you like, oh, press start to open the map, and I do it, and it's like it's just this picture. Doesn't show you where you are or anything like that. And then I beat the first boss. Then this achievement pops up. Defeat such and such. I can't remember the name of the boss without using god powers, and I'm like, I've got fucking god powers. You never fucking told me that. Like, but it's a lot of fun. It's really the visuals are amazing. Like, really really nice. Like I say, it's hand drawn.
Yeah.
Really clean. Looks like a kind of.
Is it like a Cuphead sort of style? Or is,
No, it's not got that kind of old 30s aesthetic, but it's kind of like a storybook. Like if you were to read like a children's book or something like that, you know what I mean? It's really quaint, nice style. It's not completely top down, but kind of almost isometric. It's between isometric and top down. But just like the environments are amazing. I've always loved mythology and stuff like that, and it's really nice. It's not really hard. It's fairly difficult, like I say, because it just kind of throws you in there. But it's also at the same time kind of just like taking you through a story. You know what I mean? It's really nice. Though I've not finished it yet. It's kind of mainly just a series of boss battles. Like I say, you're just trying to impress the gods by beating them.
Is that the way? Do you get cards and all that from them as well? Describe what they're like or that?
No, you just fight them. Like the first one, you basically kind of play a level that will introduce you to some mechanics of the bosses. So you're going to the first boss, who's like kind of this big tree, nature-y boss. And on the way there's like plants that spray out poison and stuff like that. So you need to roll past them, get past them, and stand near clean plants that clean the air for you, basically. And then when you fight the first boss, it's like basically like an kind of half tree, half human type thing, and it slams down big trees, but then also like sprays out this poison. So you need to get there, and there's wee tentacles that fly up like vines, no, not tentacles, vines and stuff like that. So it's basically just a wee short level. By the way, you're going to need to fight this, and then a boss.
Do you get power ups from them when you defeat them? Do you become like have the spores?
I've still not figured out what these god powers are. I pressed start, went in.
You push Y, and you went, what the fuck?
I can't even figure out the button for it. Like I looked at the controls, and it's like cycle god powers, and I'm like, all right, okay.
You got on a bike.
There's no fucking button. There's no button for god power, so I'm like, do you need to have faith to
maybe
trigger that one? Obviously,
you've not like
I got
god power yet.
Well, no, because like the first boss, like I say, I got an achievement. Defeat.
You're not using it without god power?
For not using the god power, so I must have them.
What if it's just really trolly game developers and
Maybe.
they're like, you didn't use your god power for that one?
Wink.
Wink, wink.
Or they're going to be like that at the end, pure cheesy, like the god power was with you all along.
The god power was about the friendships we made on the way.
Kung Fu Panda, secret ingredient,
Is this on Game Pass?
No, it's not. No, I bought it. It was
not too bad.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's not expensive.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a very long game, but it's just a nice wee.
Something different.
Did the visuals compare to Banner Saga?
They're kind of similar to that, yeah. Right. Yeah. They're a bit more rounded and simplistic. Like, honestly, the best way I can describe it is like you could see some of the screens of this in a kid's book.
Right. Okay, yeah. I like that description.
Yeah, but it is actually really nice. Like, one of the first things you do is you walk out on a ledge, and then the camera pans way out, and you see Yggdrasil, the tree of life that connects all worlds and stuff like that. And it's just a really nice. It's just a really nice game.
Did you practice in Yggdrasil?
No, because I've actually had like a plan for years and years to get a tattoo of that, but I've just never got around to it.
Have you read Neil Gaiman's Norse mythology book?
Neil Diamond?
I'll give you if you want. I've got it.
I've got it in my room. It's sitting on my bedside table.
He's such a good writer. Sorry, he's a really good writer of mythology. So
yeah, but Ross, obviously, we game share. I would definitely suggest playing it. It's not going to take ages.
I think I did actually say it the other day. So
sorry.
In between Modern Warfare matches, mate.
In between winning them Modern Warfare matches.
Sorry to take you out of the most entertaining podcast of all time, but we're just going to let you know that our podcast is on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and we also upload every podcast on our YouTube channel. youtube.com/patchesin. We're also on Instagram at patchesinofficial. We're on Twitter at patchesin. And our Facebook page is facebook.com/patchesinofficial. You can also visit us at our website, which is www.patchesin.com. And if you want to email us with any questions or comments, it's patchesinofficial@gmail.com. That's patchesinofficial@gmail.com. Thanks, guys.
Oh.
Do you want to go straight on to that then?
Why not? I might as well.
Tell me your biggest achievement for this week, boys.
We won a tournament.
We did. Yeah.
Ross
The
won a tournament. I
2v2s.
was there.
An ugly tournament.
Oh!
Oh, in that case, Ross definitely won.
Oh.
Hands
Now,
down.
to be fair, he did carry me most of the way through, but in the last match, you had
I'll
7
let
kills.
him,
I
I'll
had
let him take part. Yeah.
fuck off. You had you had 7 kills. I had 6. All right, so and I got the last kill. So
So,
What did you win
so,
for it? What did you win?
a lot of imaginary things that mean nothing in life.
a
Yeah,
bit,
awesome.
bit of code, mate.
So it's like what I go for every day then.
yeah, no. We got an attachment for the gun, a wee diamond thing, and
Awesome.
a banner as well. But
That's-
Right,
that's
okay.
right.
Just
Just
the
crap.
achievement
Some
of winning.
cosmetics that,
just
you know.
keep
Aye,
bragging
you
rights.
get like a blueprint for the gun. It's like the main first place prize, which is basically just
That's right,
it's got certain attachments on it, and
Awesome.
it looks a certain way, and then
So then people see it, you can be like, yeah, and then you get killed by them. You're
No,
like,
just
and
good.
then they pick up your gun, and you're
Yeah,
like,
you
"You
fucking-
motherfuckers,
Yeah, but
I earned it."
the next competition is going to come out, and then people are going to be like, "Oh, how did you get that skin?" And like nobody's actually going to care. So it's fine.
No one cares about skins anyway.
They don't. It was literally just we tried it. We thought let's have a shot of this because I think we were waiting for Shane to come on. I think we were waiting for somebody to come on, and we were like, oh,
That was
you know,
Mick. It was Mick.
Somebody,
Sunday was due to come
somebody.
on, and we were like, oh, the competition's about to start. Well, we just try it, and it was literally like a 10-second countdown to like sign up. We're like, bugger it, let's go, and we just did, and then we won it. So it was like,
Yeah,
yay.
it's
That's awesome.
tense as
Yeah,
fuck,
it was
man,
really
because it's like 2v2. You get different guns every round and stuff like that, so you can't even pick your favourite loadouts.
Oh, right,
Aye,
so they just.
but everybody's got the same guns, so
Yeah.
you're on the same playing field as the enemy is.
That's good then, because
Aye.
then there's no advantages for doing it
Aye.
unless you're really good at that
There's-
weapon set.
Unless you're just me.
It's
you know.
first
Yeah.
to 6, and
Oh,
obviously
right,
you
you-
get like 4 rounds to do, and it gets tense as fuck, man.
does,
Like,
yeah.
I just went retro as well.
What's that?
Split screen.
Oh, yeah.
that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were-
and
yeah.
super widescreen.
Oh man, unbelievably widescreen. Like, we tried to play, like, I don't know if anybody's actually tried recently to play split screen
No.
on a modern
not
game.
not since
but,
2004.
Yeah,
but however,
fuck
Call of
that.
Duty still allows you to do this. Like
Yeah.
Call of Duty's, I think they've had it in like every game that they've ever brought out.
Yeah.
They've allowed you to play split screen, and with this one, you can't do anything other than basically the basic team deathmatch modes. So you get team deathmatch domination. You can play those. Can't play the big team.
You can't even
Can't
do.
play ground war. Can't play.
You can't play
2v2s.
co-op, right? There's a co-op mode which is against like NPCs. You can't play the one game mode that encourages playing with other people.
Aye.
You can't play the fucking cooperative mode
No.
That's
with a
weird.
person that
We
next to
could
you.
play online, so we went on and we played. Was it Headquarters we were playing?
Played a few.
HQ.
Aye, we played. We played a couple of different game modes, but it was just on like the smaller maps and just sort of ran about.
See, I liked it because I was able to just use the excuse like I can't see them as well. It's only half the screen. Like, sorry, I'm not good at Call of Duty. I'll tell you right now.
It was good fun.
Sounds like you had fun.
Yeah, it was good fun. Only other games I really gave any time to, and it's just because you just purely get sucked into it. Next thing you know, it's like 6 hours later. Was
Yeah.
2 Point Hospital.
Yeah.
Start playing that, and you're just like, oh man, this is so real. It's just dead relaxing. And then you've got the radio comes on, and it starts talking about, if the patients, we're sorry, patients, for the litter that you drop into our floors. It's dead funny.
Okay.
It's just
Yeah,
it's
because it's been out for a wee while, isn't it? It's just came to
it's been
Game
out
Pass,
on-
isn't it?
Yeah, it's been out on PC for like
Couple
a
years now,
year or
isn't it?
something. Like
Yeah.
that. It's just came onto Game Pass, and it's on the Game Pass Ultimate for the PC as well. So anybody wants to do
It's
both.
2 Point Studios, Sega as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is
I've got it as
that
well.
the original Theme Hospital team?
It's got a couple of the original creators from Bullfrog Studios. Aye.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
But it's just really fun. And it's
Very
just,
British game as well, I think. Is a
Aye, it's
Aye.
totally British
Yeah.
humour, man.
Aye.
I love
Uh,
that shit.
It's the sarcasm, like the wee tannoy, the wee lady over the tannoy. That's what it's. Sorry, it's not the radio. It's the lady over
Yeah,
the
yeah.
tannoy. It's just sarcasm. It's that whole but we're sorry for the litter that you drop on our floors. Like just that sort of stuff. It's just
I
Very
remember
passive
the original Theme Hospital. Like if there was cheat codes, and if you used one, then the woman on the tannoy like, announcing, she'd be like, "The player is a dirty cheater." But
some of the-
it's such the same humour as well. Like I hired a janitor, like it was like Stephen Mop or something like that. He's
Stephen Mop.
definitely a janitor. But then the other day, like they've all got traits. Hired the janitor, and one of his traits was like dirty or messy or something. I was like drops litter around the hospital, and I was like, that is the exact opposite of what you're meant to do.
Yeah, well, I mean that's
What
not
the hell?
Sack him.
job title.
I never hired him, mate.
Right.
I get these executive
reject.
decisions to make. Like,
Reject.
This is my hospital.
make me feel important. You know?
This is my house.
I like those games.
Some of the illnesses that they come in with, like so one of them's pandemic.
Right.
And pandemic is when they have like kitchen utensils just magically stick to their head, so they need to come in and get it taken off. You build a Pan's lab to get them to take the pan off their head. And then there's what's the other one? Lightheadedness. And they come in, their head's a light bulb. So you then need to take them away, and you've got a machine that unscrews the bulb from their head and then screws on a normal head again.
Oh, so it's not serious then? It's not serious?
Oh, no,
That
no.
does
Oh,
not seriously- mate,
that's brilliant.
if a patient dies, they can turn into a ghost.
Yeah.
And you need to get a janitor with a ghost busting
Yeah.
like thing. And
I remember you said that last time. I was like, that's brilliant.
That's
Hey,
pretty good, actually.
There's also a Mockstar where everybody that comes in looks like Freddie Mercury. So they'll come in, they've got this pure mustache and they've got like the funny walk and everything, and
That's pretty strong.
it's hilarious. It's really good. Then you go, psychiatrist.
I've got it.
It is a lot of fun. And
It is.
I've got it download on the Xbox along with Yakuza 0, so I was like, yeah.
Oh,
It's definitely
Yakuza
pretty
0, that's good, man.
Yeah, it's
You
fun,
playing
isn't it?
Yakuza?
Yeah, man, well, that's obviously
Is this your first experience with Yakuza?
the very first Yakuza game I've ever played.
Same,
yeah,
I've not
yeah.
touched any of them. I've got it.
I'm actually
downloaded, ready to
excited
go.
for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll
'cause
really
you
dig it.
haven't
I mean,
played them before.
they obviously they cut my finger off that time, but that wasn't a game.
Ross's deadpan there.
Because my jokes are terrible.
I mean, I'm a dad, and
Yeah.
like your jokes are too bad for me.
Yeah, I'm sure I must have a child somewhere. That's how bad my jokes are. Like, it's just dad jokes, eh? But,
Dad joke Hamish.
First Yakuza game I've ever played. Really enjoying it, man. It's cool, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
A lot of style
Yeah.
for the 0 one as well. Especially when you're doing the. Have you got to the dancing yet?
No,
Get your ass to the dance hall.
I've
There
done
is
the
things-
karaoke and stuff like that.
Oh,
But
the karaoke's brilliant, isn't
wee
it?
claw machine and all that. But
There's
it's-
things you'll never see in this game. Probably your first time round, because there's things hidden, like full like game modes hidden
oh,
for
yeah,
some reason.
Side quests, and you're like, what the fuck? Didn't know about that. Is Michael Jackson in that one?
No,
Right, might be in number. I can't remember because I remember walking and watching my brother play it because he's a big fan of the Yakuza games, and there was a moment Michael Jackson's there, like a guy's like Jackson Michael, I think his name was, and he's just like moonwalking down the street, and you're trying to beat up all these guys that try to attack him.
You know, it's just this dude.
Did you
just-
guys
Yeah,
ever?
it's great.
Did you guys ever play? I think it was called Moonwalker,
Yes.
No.
the Michael Jackson arcade game.
Yeah.
I
that
played
was-
it in this Mega Drive.
I played the Mega Drive, yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing.
You had to save the kids.
Which was
It's ironic.
Yeah, ironic.
which
No,
was
no,
like,
no. I'm innocent. Look, I made a game about me being innocent too.
Save these
gonna-
kids.
because remember when he turned
Like
into a
all these
car?
times.
I
He
mean,
turned into a car.
In the
legally,
Yeah.
game.
I
Or
remember
did
that,
they turn from a car into Michael? I can't remember.
all I remember is like at the end, you would just everyone would dance. Everyone would
Yeah.
just like do Thriller.
Your
or
special,
whatever,
your
and-
special moves would be everyone would dance, then they would all jump away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
but
even
it was so
then
strange.
there was a level where you fought dogs and the dogs would dance. I was
Yeah.
like, this is just so weird.
There's
That's
not-
what I
yeah.
want from a Michael Jackson game. You know the
crazy.
thing is that he wrote all the music for Sonic 3
Yeah,
That's why they can't kind of use it.
they can't re-release it.
because he kind of. Well, no, I don't think he even claimed it. I don't think he claimed it because he didn't like the way it sounded on.
Yeah,
He
the
didn't
Mega
want to
Drive
be
processor.
associated with it, did
Yeah, he said the sound card wasn't like what he wanted, but then it's still a
Still
fucking still
amazing.
banger,
Yeah.
still a banger of soundtrack.
Sonic
Sonic
3
3, no, it's
and Sonic and
brilliant.
Knuckles. Most of it is Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Michael
Because he
Jackson,
dropped it. I think he
Michael
dropped out.
Jackson.
I think he dropped out halfway through Sonic
Yeah.
3, so that's why like Sonic and Knuckles is you can still kind of release that without the Sonic 3 on top of the game for it.
I
'cause
think you can
that's
still
when
get
emulate it. You can still emulate it somewhere.
What have you been playing, Dom? Anyway, let's get back to actually.
Oh, apart from Final Fantasy VII Remake and that, I've been playing Yakuza. As I said, like that's like a great game to play. I always just sat down and watched it with my brother playing it. So it was always bizarre seeing like the whole bowling team with the chicken and this guy just standing about in the middle of the hallway and like nothing but a sumo outfit and just running
I
away.
am
You know, like
completely lost.
yeah, honestly, like
Yeah.
there's a serious undertone to the game for it with Rio and that, like his story of like
Kiryu?
especially Kiryu, sorry guy.
It's not Street Fighter, mate.
Or Shenmue.
Shenmue. That's what I was getting mixed up with.
It's definitely Shenmue
It says
vibes,
like
though.
yeah,
They based it on.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's the same.
it's the
Is
same
it a Yu
ideas.
Suzuki game?
Yeah, well, it's
It's
not.
where they got their ideas for
Yeah,
the first
the-
Yakuza for.
Yeah, and it's his story of like how he kind of got away from the life, but what it was
I don't wanna
like, and
spoil it too
yeah,
much.
I really don't want to for it, but there's a whole.
Play Yakuza.
It's
No,
great,
yeah.
honestly, and I have been just playing that, finishing up Star Wars. I've nearly done. I'm sure. Do need to give the game back to my mate, so I need to get it done quickly.
Not me.
Not you, because I keep forgetting to bring Red Dead 2 as well.
Sorry, I still haven't ever played Luigi's Mansion 3.
You motherfucker!
Luigi Land.
Wait! Sorry.
Brilliant game. I
It's
sat
so
one of
fun,
my night
isn't it?
shifts, and I think through most of the night shift I played. I think it was over 2, and I've done like a massive chunk of it. But it's just brilliant. Just the on the Switch in the handheld mode, it just looks so nice. It's very, very simple. Like
Yeah,
it's not.
as I
It's
said,
not a
it's-
challenging game.
yeah.
It's like a kids game, really, isn't it?
Oh,
Like,
very
basically.
much. But
Very
I
handheld.
I think
but-
the only difference between on easy and hard mode is the amount of health enemies have and the amount of damage they'll do
You
you
take.
if they hit you.
Yeah,
But it's not hard to not get hit. Like
Yeah.
it's not unless they change some of the mechanic in it to make it either faster or whatever.
AI.
Then you could
Yeah.
you could easily put it on the hardest difficulty and probably still be fine.
yeah.
It could
Honestly,
just
like,
take you longer, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just being a bit more cautious.
there is
but
a
it's-
there is a few levels of backtracking for it,
Mhm.
but that's not so bad because you get to see more of the hotel, which is great.
What about Gooigi?
Oh,
Luigi.
Luigi!
That was an odd thing.
Yeah.
Didn't even expect because I don't think I'd seen anything of Luigi's Mansion 3 before I got it. I tried not to.
Yeah.
I hadn't
You-
really played it since the original was in the GameCube, wasn't it?
The
Yeah,
GameCube,
yeah,
original, and then
So-
they did a 3DS for Luigi's Mansion 2.
Which I'd played Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube and I thought it was awesome. And it was just that when he gets shrunk and
Yeah.
mini Luigi and he could still shout for Mario. When
Yeah.
he's going, Aye, it was brilliant.
That was a fucking stereo there.
That was
Yeah, that
that
was
was
nice.
literally the only reason that I got this was because I remembered playing that and how
Yeah.
cool it was. And it's been
How
I've
good's he
not
get? How
completed
good's
it
he
yet,
gad's Virtual Boy?
but-
Sort
aye.
of like menu thing where Luigi just brings that out for like his
So
communication.
the first one was the Game Boy Horror.
Yep.
The second one was the DS,
Yeah.
which was like horror themed. I don't know what I can't
Yeah.
remember what it's
I think it was Virtual Boo. This is called.
Mm,
Virtual Boo, so it's like Virtual Boy.
aye.
And I get it.
Yeah, it's pretty strong. And then you
It's-
gad's like it's honestly it's really good.
Aye, it's really
I
good.
really enjoyed it.
I really like it.
My wee nephew really enjoyed the game, especially like how animated the ghosts are when you're sucking them up through the vacuum
Mhm.
for it, and Guigi is like running about as well. He was like, "What's going on?" and then falling down the drain, and then having like wee secrets for it. I was obsessed with it.
It is one of those games that's basically targeted towards children, but
Yeah.
like we like it. It's like Pokemon, you know.
I
what
think it's
mean?
And
because
nostalgia.
Luigi
Aye.
gets a bad rap as the weaker Mario brother,
Yeah.
and you're like, no, he's
The younger
cool.
brothers are always the weaker
Yeah.
brothers.
Fuck you.
Like I'm just still bummed he's not in a. No,
You're always
no,
bummed, mate.
No,
He's in Smash Brothers. You were about to say Smash Brothers.
No,
no,
What
I
were
can't.
you?
No, I don't know. No,
because like
Okay. He's not in what?
I don't know. I had this thing in my head that he wasn't in something. I couldn't remember what it was, and I started speaking before I thought.
Are you
and I'm
thinking
like,
of
nah,
Waluigi?
He's not in Star Wars.
yes,
No, that's
Luigi,
it. It's-
more
it's-
Luigi in
it's-
Star Wars.
Yeah,
Right, let's get some news from our favourite websites and just chat about it.
Yeah,
well, right
Sparkacan.com.
now,
Sparkacan.com. Oh,
Oh my god, is that a website? We need to buy that website.
Get on it.
Sparkacan.co.uk.
Have you all heard of the Nintendo PlayStation?
no.
Yes.
The Nay Station.
Right.
That old
I'll-
Nay
I'll-
Station.
Has it got the horse on it? The Nay Station.
Oh, quick history lesson. The Nay Station.
The plays.
Back before the PlayStation was ever conceived.
Yeah, back when Hugh had hair.
Well, it was like 3, 4.
Yeah, you had hair then.
Yeah, that's well done. Nintendo went to Sony for a disc drive attachment for the SNES.
Yeah.
Nintendo screwed them over and went with Philips eventually.
Yeah.
That's not
But-
very Nintendo.
It's very Nintendo
It's very
actually.
Nintendo.
But they were like 3/4 of the way through development, so there was already prototypes.
Mhm.
But I think Nintendo were worried about Sony owned all the rights to the games that were on disc.
No.
So they went with someone else, and eventually it never came out anyway. But Sony felt slighted and said, "Fuck yous, we're going to make our own console." And Nintendo were like,
blackjack and hookers.
Sure, what's that going to do?"
Aye, who the fuck's going to buy a Sony product that makes games?
And then the
Station for
PlayStation
playing
came
on.
out, and history was made.
Yeah,
But one of the prototypes got found in someone's loft,
which is
Some-
crazy.
someone who worked on it.
Yeah.
And it's been doing the rounds in conventions and TV shows, YouTube videos, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah. for
guys
about 2 or
made a
3
mint
years.
from it, isn't it?
So it
was
could
that
actually
Sunday with
play
a
games.
3D printer?
There's no games for it, but it can play SNES cartridges.
Yep.
And it has its own BIOS for games if they were developed for it, but
Yeah.
no games were ever made for it.
Because it just never came to fruition.
Yeah, Sony and Nintendo have just ignored it. They
Yeah.
pretty much just went,
No,
Not
that doesn't
interested.
exist. Ignore.
It's just weird seeing a SNES controller with PlayStation on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's
But-
very bizarre.
The rumour is that the man who owned it rejected bids over $1 million for it at the time,
Yeah.
then put it up for auction and only sold it for £275,000.
Why
But
did he?
that's still £275,000 more than not selling it.
Yeah, but it could have had over $1 million, which.
But
you
then I think it was more the reason why he wanted to put it up because he was wanting the person who was buying it to actually show it off rather than keep it as a collector's item.
Yeah.
I thought that was more like because the people that were offering it for $1 million were like, I want to keep this for me
Aye.
because he's been going about wanting to sort of go to trade shows so people
Yeah.
can see this.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to have it like hidden away for like people would do with their Action Comic #1 with soups.
So the people like bidding over $1 million were like private collectors.
Yeah,
and
or
that
Mr.
sort of
Beast.
thing.
Supposedly
Just
someone-
like throwing money.
Supposedly someone offered $1.2 million at one point.
That's crazy.
Uh,
For something that can only really play like SNES games. You think it's unique, yeah, but
Right.
like I mean, I've just shown you guys a picture of it, and it looks like someone smoked a carton of cigarettes beside it.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah, I
but then
mean,
that's from years.
a lot of people just have more money than sense.
That's true.
but it's a useless, but
Peripheral,
interesting item of
Yeah.
gaming.
because
Like,
there's
it's
only
not going to play anything.
No.
There's nothing for it to play.
It's not even that though. It's like it's the
history.
same with most collecting stuff. It's just how unique it is.
Yeah.
It's the
Aye, if you-
availability of it. You know what I mean?
It's about the same as like having the whole HD drive for the 360 that we were talking about earlier on. Like it's
Yeah.
completely useless. There's nothing else is ever going to come out, but it is a part of gaming history. If you want to go down that sort of route, I mean,
Yeah,
it's a huge part of why and how the PlayStation's even here.
Yeah,
If
so-
Microsoft actually let porn onto that, HD DVD would have been bigger than it should have been, and they didn't. They let Blu-ray take it, and then that was why it didn't
Blu-ray's
succeed.
got all the porn.
Blu-ray has all the porn.
Right, guys. 20 years ago, the PlayStation 2 was released in Japan. Obviously, that's March 4th, 2000. It was released in
Obviously.
America, October 26th, 2000. Released here, November 24th, 2000. So it's not quite 20 years here, but it's
Yeah.
20 years all over the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
And we're international.
we are international. We have international listener.
It's like
Listener.
listener bracket S, just in case
Just in
there is more
case.
than one.
Thank you for listening.
The PS2 has sold, as of March 31st, 2012, 155 million units.
That's a lot of monies.
I think that's when they stopped making them. So,
Yeah.
but like 155 million, I think that's the highest selling console of all time.
Still producing.
To be
features.
fair, like we account for a good 4 of that, so it's not that really that much after that.
I mean, in my house, because I buy so many retro consoles, I have like a throne of PS2s
Yeah.
because no one wants to buy them. Like no one wants to buy them off of me.
You should make a gaming chair. out of
Why do you keep
PS2s.
buying them then?
I don't know.
It's a compulsory. He's getting those numbers up.
I just, in case one breaks, I just jump
that
on the
when
next
you
one.
buy them second hand now, that doesn't count towards the figures. You're not doing anything to the
Like,
scam.
Whoops.
I'm a third of these. Came out with a DVD player, which was
That was
super popular.
oh man, that was crazy. Can you
Do you
remember
know-
that?
Do you know what else it came out with?
Grand
Games?
Theft Auto 3.
No, the wee PlayStation logo that could rotate.
Yeah.
That
So
was good.
hands up, how long did it take everybody in here to, or even not hands up because nobody can see that, but in
Welcome to the podcast,
in
Warren Ross.
actual, in actual verbal words that people can hear.
Okay.
How long did it actually take you to find that did that?
Very
Not,
quick.
not long
Day
at all.
day 2.
Yeah,
Day
not long
two.
at
Yeah.
all, man. Like,
I'm
we-
pretty sure mine's probably took me about maybe 2 or 3 weeks before I realised it
Aye.
could do that. And then see when I did realise I could do that, I was like a god amongst others because nobody else
Yeah.
knew that it did that. And I'm like, oh yeah, you've got it standing upright, your PlayStation logo's squint, let me fix that. Ding, and they're like,
I think
Yeah.
the PS3 does it as well.
mind blown.
yeah, the original PS3 did like see
Yeah.
the big one.
Big chunker.
The big
Did,
chunky one with
aye.
the hidden USB ports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big
that's pretty-
chungus.
Chungus. Don't bring back at me, please.
Sorry, but when you get a new console, you just you look at it. Like, how did people not figure this out?
Yeah, there wasn't much to do with the PS2. There was like 2 cables.
An on button, an open the drawer button.
But
that
then,
wee
like, who would
thing,
think
or-
about twisting a wee symbol?
Yeah.
Like,
I
I
was-
think
I'd
I
never
saw
real-
it in the official PlayStation magazine. I
Right.
think I saw it there.
Yeah, Games
I was
Master. I
just-
remember like when they
Yeah.
had that. I think Games Master was still producing back then for the PS2.
Yeah, they definitely
I
did
think
I
it
mean,
was,
my
yeah.
mum
Example
only
of
had
some.
2 jobs, so we couldn't afford it. You know.
Right, it came out with the Emotion Engine processor, which they said would do crazy things, which was just a run-of-the-mill CPU, 300 megahertz. I don't
But-
think that means anything to you.
But at the time, though, it was
It was
impressive.
pretty impressive for the
Don't
time.
you talk down to us, you?
Eh,
Lean into
Oh,
us.
I've been trying to build up my own gaming PC. I know all about it.
It had 32 megabytes of RAM,
Wow.
which isn't a lot, and
No.
no hard drive, but an 8 megabyte.
Remember
Memory
memory
card.
No,
cards.
no,
Remember
no,
memory
I didn't.
cards, boys.
I didn't have an 8 megabyte memory card. Not in the box.
Not in the box.
No.
I remember jumping down to W.H. Smith. Down
That's a
where we
long
lived.
jump.
Yeah, it was a big jump. I was like fucking
Kangaroo.
jumping down, hopping mad,
I remem- I
and going down
remember,
the W.H. Smith in the town centre when it was, when the town centre was still had shops, and it was what £45, something like that for a memory card. It was ridiculous.
Oh,
But then I ended up getting a DVD remote as well for the PlayStation, and it was quality because then you could sit back and watch Family Guy.
I
on it.
remember not having a memory card for ages,
Yeah.
just playing the same fucking levels over
same
and over again. It was
mission in GTA 3.
breaking out of jail and
Metal
Yep.
Gear Solid.
ah,
It's
Yeah.
quite hard to say when you're like 8 cans deep with it. Metal Gear Solid, like over and over again, man. Like, and still loved it. Still
I still
enjoyed
good
it.
game.
But yeah, it's nice to actually make progress.
Yeah, it was.
Right, out of the 10 highest selling games on the console,
Okay,
can you guess what number 1 is?
Grand Theft Auto,
Grand Theft
Which
Auto
one?
3.
Vice
Five.
City,
3?
Wait, out of PlayStation?
PlayStation 2,
Yes.
PlayStation 2.
Oh,
Would
Vice City.
Grand
All
Theft
3
Auto.
of these are wrong.
San Andreas?
Is it
San
Abe?
Andreas.
Ah, yeah.
Oh,
That's
so
what I
it
said,
was.
mate. Edit that. No, damn it, Hugh's editing.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Ah,
San Andreas.
Edit this.
Came out October 2004, sold 17 million units.
Mhm.
That's average now compared to GTA 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, but back in the day, that's pretty good numbers. man.
yeah,
The next two are Gran Turismo 3 and 4. They just play
yeah.
them.
Yeah. I played Gran Turismo.
I was quite a big Gran Turismo fan, but like,
It wasn't Burnout after a while. When
Yeah.
Burnout came out, that kind I was like, yeah, that's the only racing game I'm going to play.
Gran Turismo was more for your simulation,
Yeah.
exactly how cars work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Burnout's like arcadey.
Yeah, fun.
You know. Yeah, fun, exactly.
Then it's Vice City as number 4.
I was
Yeah.
close. I was close.
That sold 9 million, so
Mate, Vice City soundtrack, how good was
Oh,
that?
Yeah.
it's a great. That one,
Laszlo.
they keep talking about remaking old ones, and they keep talking about San Andreas, but I'd rather Vice City got
Yeah,
remade.
Vice City is a.
I'd rather they just kept making new games.
I'd rather they just focused on better than moving forward.
Make a UK one.
Maybe
UK
maybe revisit the area,
A
but
UK
don't
one
remake
would
the
be
game.
awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be
GTA
pretty good.
London.
See, even
Oh, they did that GTA 2.
GTA 2, yeah, they had the expansion in London. Like, why not do a Scotland one? You
Because
know,
it's boring up here.
You
But
can't get
everyone
guns.
be walking about like, injecting heroin to their ball sack in Dundee, which did happen.
We've got many Dundee fans.
All right, Dundee guys, stop injecting heroin to your ball sack, please.
Yeah, please stop, guys. This is a disclaimer for
Yeah.
the Dundonians.
Dundonians.
Right, Vice City,
Dorian.
universally loved. Next one is Final Fantasy X.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Snore.
Great game, love it, amazing. The character's called Tidus.
Titus,
Is that Titus? Sorry.
Titus,
Big,
Titus.
big Titus.
The
Mike
next one's
Titus.
GTA 3.
Ah, all right.
Yeah.
All of these are
Right.
very
I'll be honest. I remember
predictable.
playing GTA 3. That was obviously the first of its kind.
Yeah.
I played that Christmas
And I
Day.
was
I
like,
think we talked about
wow.
that as well. It was-
Remember,
yeah.
you could still put it into top-down camera mode.
Yeah.
You could
I
flick
don't
through.
remember that.
Yeah, oh man,
flick it
that's
through-
yeah.
you could flick it through. See,
It's
because
great.
it was the first one that had the
That's
behind
cool.
the guy, the third-person camera.
Yeah.
You could flick through your cycle through your camera. Was one of them was the top-down, so you could drive it. But it was always I always remember it being like far too close.
Yeah, it did. It was very
I-
close down because you could.
oh,
They can't.
yeah,
Yeah,
I do
because the
remember
cops
that,
would just come out of nowhere and just like
Like,
attack
you,
you.
you would just hit cars because you couldn't see that.
My favourite memory of that game is when you pick up a car and you're driving about, and then every cunt is driving about the same car that
Oh.
you've got, and you're like, I got this Boxer. Why is everyone driving about in
I
Boxers
still
now?
refer to that in real world. Let's see, like, so if you've been like, if anybody's been looking for a new car and you
Aye.
spot one, or you hear about this new vehicle, and then it's all of a sudden you see it everywhere, or somebody tells you, like,
Yeah,
oh, I've just got this, or I've just seen one of these, and then all of a sudden you see
That's
them
all
everywhere.
we see.
I still refer to that as the GTA effect.
No, there is
Whenever
an
somebody-
there is an actual name for it. I would
Aye.
remember if I wasn't drunk. But
Yeah,
The Hamish effect. No, that's I like it, Ross. I might steal that one.
At number 7, anyone take a guess?
Jack and Daxter.
No.
No.
Hamish? Another huge series on the PS2?
Kingdom Hearts.
No.
Time
No.
Splitters.
No.
Oh,
No.
Yeah, I'll give you
Huge.
one more try each. Is it massive?
FIFA.
No.
Oh.
What one? Fucking all of them.
Just fucking tell us, man.
It's
Call of
Metal
Duty.
Gear Solid 2 Sons of
Ah,
Liberty. You
Hamish was
fucking
talking about
idiots.
this.
God damn it.
Oh, hold
Right,
on, Mister.
right.
I've got all the answers on my tablet and I'm jacking myself off.
It's a,
Well,
it's a lot easier when you're looking at the fucking
It was the
screen.
first game I ever played in the PS2 because it came with mine
Yeah,
bundled up when my drunk parents came home from buying it and gave me it 2 weeks before
your parents are the
Christmas.
best
Yeah.
drunks.
Absolutely amazing game though.
Yeah, great
such a
game.
good game.
What a good game.
I went back to play it in the HD collection.
How
and
good is the voice acting?
Did you not skip the whole
Tanker?
bit? Aye.
Yeah, because I'd never played the first
That
one.
was hilarious. I remember you talking about that. I was like, that's hilarious.
So, like, for months, I was like, I completed the game. They're like, how did you like the tanker? I was like,
I'm not a wanker. What are you talking about?
That's how old we are as a podcast. We're just repeating ourselves, telling
I
old
know.
stories, mate.
we're now Shane. If you...
Oh, damn it. We become what we hate. So.
What's number 6?
Number 6? We've
Well,
already done number
aye,
6.
we've done number
Hamish.
six.
Did
We're,
number
we're going
7.
from 1 to 10
Oh, but why are we going that way?
because we already kind of knew the first top couple.
Hmm.
That's so ridiculous.
Right, what do you think number 8
Anyways,
is,
Choose
Hamish?
in
Number
charge of
8.
it and
No
you
one cares,
expect it
mate.
any
No
other
one
way.
cares.
Oh, no, we need to find out.
Sneaky
We need to find out.
Hamish doesn't care about this game.
Spyro.
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 Not Spyro, but Spyro.
It's Final
Um,
Fantasy 12.
I wasn't going to guess. I was going to say Medal of Honor.
I thought
for
we
some
were
reason.
on 8.
We are, mate.
You
Oh,
son of a bitch.
right, so there's not much to say about Final Fantasy 12 because I haven't actually played it.
It's okay.
It's a Final
moving
Fantasy
on.
game and it's crap.
What
It was
nine?
like the remakes
No.
they did. They actually helped with the speed up of time because see movement for it was ridiculous because it was just slow. You would like run up to attack something and it would be like on like an MMORPG. So it's like wow, where you click on something,
Mhm.
but it was so slow and there was no online play. I think there was online play for the PS2, but
I can't
it just
remember.
wasn't very good.
But I think it came out by the time it came out here,
PS3
February
was-
2007. I already had a Xbox 360,
Yeah,
and I wasn't going to play non-HD games.
yeah.
I was like,
it's
hey,
like that.
how
No.
many lines has that got? Has that got 720?
Can I play as Master Chief? No,
I
fuck
deserve better.
Smash
Little
the
did you
Chief.
know, like
Master Chief.
hardly any of the Xbox 360 games were actually HD.
That's right.
Like because the 360 was very.
You need to have a HD telly as well.
I had HD ready. I'm not sure that's the same thing.
Anyway,
That was basically like 720 was the highest it could go.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I couldn't actually go 1080.
I can remember seeing
the-
HD
until
the
the
first
Elite.
time. The first time
HD.
seeing HD, I think it was in your house, Hamish, was for Guitar Hero.
Oh yeah.
Where we
yeah,
played that.
That's the game you need it for as well.
Yeah, and like when you were, that's when you had the effect when you're playing the guitars when you looked away and everything started moving
Oh,
towards
yeah,
you. You're like,
yeah.
fuck.
Aye.
Have you seen that meme going about? It's like when you start messing up in Guitar Hero and it's this guy looking like he's crying holding an acoustic guitar. Like just, I
The
like,
sound
that
was
feeling.
awful.
And then that just fucks you up even more. And
Exactly.
You just ruin more. Yeah. Oh, it's the worst.
Hilarious.
Let's never play that game again. Right, 9 is big PlayStation franchise. Now on everything, but at that time it was a PlayStation exclusive.
Crash Bandicoot.
Call of Duty.
Neither.
Hamish.
Made by Namco.
Oh, Time Crisis.
No.
Soul Calibur.
No.
Tekken.
Tekken.
Tekken Tag.
5.
Tekken 5.
Is that the one with
Oh.
Liam Neeson?
Yes. Look on, that was
That,
pretty
that,
good.
that broke me. That broke me.
You're just laughing so I don't argue, but
Anyway,
you just want
Right.
this done quick.
And the next one is
Oh.
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts top 10.
It's number 10.
The first Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah.
First one, yeah.
And
Which
then
is
it was
weird
like,
'cause-
and then it was about 80 generations later before they released Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, here's a question, and Hugh will know this if he watched the video that I spent hours and hours making,
Okay.
because I'm sure he didn't watch it.
Alright, man, trying to make me feel guilty.
Kingdom Hearts 3, right? What number is that in the series?
12.
12.
I just said it was a fucking question for Hugh.
Ask him another one
I
quickly.
know you guys watched it, for fuck's sake.
Do you know what I liked about your video, Hamish?
Yep.
It's like do you know what I like about it is like see when he was fighting, Sora's face was replaced with Hamish's face, and I was like, that's a fucking great edit. 10 out of 10.
You know what I like is even though you guys both said 12, Hugh went
1 plus 2.
Because I thought they were fucking with me.
No.
I would have got it because I have all of the games, and I was like, right, which one's
How many cases are there?
How many times has Sinead nailed at me?
It was all Sinead's games.
Aye,
None
there
of
you
them
go.
are mine.
But that was a good wee sort of jaunt down memory lane for the top 10 then. Was there anything
Yeah,
that's jumped out like
God of
this?
War's 11, obviously. Dragon Quest 8's 12. Madden.
Aye,
God of
I
War
thought
2.
I thought a lot of EA games would be quite high up for them,
Yeah.
especially FIFA's.
17.
They just they sell so well.
iToy Play.
Oh, I remember iToys. Oh,
washing windows.
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
Fucking
whoop.
hell.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of Maddens on
Was
here.
Buzz on that? Because Buzz was quite popular.
No, Buzz wasn't.
Six
We have to
star.
have a Buzz night, by the way,
Nah.
because
Buzz
I've got all the
PS2.
Buzz games. Yeah.
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 Star.
We had Buzz.
SingStar.
Buzz doesn't know it. There's a lot of, like, it's all the games you'd expect anyway,
Yeah.
but, like, great console.
Yeah.
I think it's the console I had.
If Hamish had a can, he'd be sparking it right now for the 20-year anniversary of the PlayStation 2.
It's not quite yet.
Oh, yeah.
You fucking ruined it,
I
right? You
Thanks,
saw
Ross.
me holding the can, right?
I did.
Oh.
You liked it as well. You liked
Right,
it.
nice segue then to next bit. Is there any other news?
That's
or-
not a nice segue when you say it.
Well, no, we'll cut this bit out.
The
I would just to say something.
EA
incredibly
Star Wars
racist.
project is leaked.
Is it leaked? What is it?
It's apparently leaked onto the PlayStation Network. It's called Maverick. It's going to be
Star
a
Wars
smaller, more
Maverick.
unusual project. Do you want to...
Tom Jones is
That's,
going to be in
that's it. That's all the information you got.
Surely, if it's called Star Wars Maverick, it's going to be
Tom Cruise.
It's
No.
obviously about everybody all banding together and being together as a team.
no, it's going to be a flight one.
Maybe. Okay, guys, you've been watching things with your eyes this week.
it. Aye, with my eyes and my ears.
You're the worst host ever.
At least I can remember hosting.
I don't even know who you are, mate.
Hamish, have you been watching it this week?
You know what? I saw Charlie's Angels, the new film, and you know the weirdest part about it?
Mhm.
There's been I think it's been 3 of them. Obviously, the originals were Cameron Diaz and Drew Barrymore and Lucy Liu and stuff like that.
Oh, in the movie ones? Or the actual original?
No, I mean I mean movies.
Okay.
These are all the same continuity, right?
Really?
But yeah, that's what through.
They're making a Charlie's Angels universe.
It's just they've had so many actor changes. Like the first one was, I can't remember. It was the first one was.
The first one was Cameron Diaz and Lucy Liu.
No, I mean who was
Drew Barrymore?
Bill Murray. He was in it, wasn't
yeah, it was Bill Murray, right? And then the second one was Bernie Mac, and he said
Yeah.
he was like
I'm Bernie Mac.
Bill Murray's cousin or something like that. And then the third one is Patrick Stewart. Even though he says he's like the original.
he? Right,
So
okay.
then you find out it's kind of like, oh, what's his name?
Charlie.
No, he's not Charlie.
Oh, what is his name?
That guy.
Wesley.
You find out he's that guy, but then also like Elizabeth Banks is this guy, and you don't even realize until partway through it, and it's kind of like the reference. Oh, an angel has gone rogue before, and they're talking about Demi Moore in the second one.
All right, yeah, because she was like, I remember her. Oh, she was
Aye.
gorgeous in that.
Okay.
Is it Bosley?
Bosley,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hello, Bosley.
I like how you said, is it Bosley? You googled it.
Yeah. You leave him alone.
I was trying to help out. Now you've just ruined the flow of the podcast.
You helped out. But then you find out kind of like Patrick Stewart is the original Bosley or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what? It was surprisingly good. It's got Naomi Scott from Aladdin. She was Jasmine. Kristen Stewart, and I can't remember the other last name.
Is it? Do they not all get like partially naked in this movie?
No, not really. Kristen Stewart wears some skimpy clothes for the party. I mean,
Hamish is like 2 out of 10.
no, it was actually good. I mean, it's just kind of. I mean,
It's a schlock.
it's a
Action
Charlie's
schlock.
Angels film. You're not going in expecting a pure cerebral experience where you need to think about it. Like it's just a bit of fun. You know what I mean? But it was fine. Like it got panned and nobody really went to go and see it.
I didn't even know it was out. I'm going to be honest.
It didn't have a lot of advertising, but it was fine. It's just
Yeah.
it's another action movie.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Very
That's it.
enthusiastic of
Yeah.
you.
Well,
Yeah, but I mean,
you
like, if
fucking
it's-
you fucking asked me what I'd been watching, and that's what I've watched. You all right?
This
So-
gaming podcast still hasn't went to see Sonic yet.
I know.
They said- I think you've seen it, Dom.
I have
haven't you?
seen it, but we'll talk about it in a second. Ross?
Me?
I thought
Yeah.
we were going to ads.
Ads.
Talk about it after a word from our sponsor.
If
You
you
suffer
like-
from erectile dysfunction.
Yeah.
Hugh does.
Not anymore.
we call it Hugh erectile dysfunction.
Sure.
If you like the refreshing taste of beep beer, that's where we put in your name. Then you need to spark a can with Hamish.
Yeah. Get your dick hard.
Please sponsor. Please.
That's the podcast you want. Get your dick hard and your beer cold.
Dick hard and beer cold. Yeah, that's
I got nothing to do now with my hard dick.
I think
that's
I'm
the
going to
dream.
call that the podcast.
that's
Dick
the-
hard and beer cold.
Mate,
What if I do? What if I do? If I get my beer hard, my dick.
Then we ain't hyping you up with your shriveled dick.
you know what? Normally, the fairly easy part of the editing process and the hosting process is coming up with the title, but there's been a lot of
This has been a lot of
there's
singers.
been a lot of zingers this time. Yeah, so
Dick hard, your
good
beer
luck with
cold.
that, Hugh. Anyway, so Ross, what have you been watching? Moving swiftly on.
Rock solid beer.
Rock
No.
solid beer.
Some rock solid Castlevania.
Hard beer and cold boners.
Ross, tell us about Castlevania.
Yeah, so I've started watching season 3. It just came out. So
Nice.
I've only just managed to get a couple of episodes in. Is obviously with my army of children that I've got. It's a bit difficult
There's
to
the
really
squad,
watch it.
as they call them.
I mean, this is not in any way, shape, or form something that you can maybe put on in the background. and hope
Yeah.
they don't look- No,
No, definitely
Why
it's,
not?
It's brutal.
It's brutal, yeah.
No,
Like,
it's
lit-
not.
There's literally within the
It's cartoon violence. mate.
second episode. I think it's the second episode, and one of the creatures bites a guy's face, but literally just his face, and
Yeah.
then like pulls away,
Peels it
and
off.
literally like peels off, and it's just left hanging off a tooth.
Oh.
What's wrong
And-
with that?
How-
Nothing for my eyes, but not for a 4 and a 5.
I mean, they made a whole movie with John Travolta and
Yeah,
Nicolas Cage.
they put salt and shit all over
Oh,
their
yeah, that's
swords.
awesome.
Yeah.
But how creepy is it when that monster, like, it's not a spoiler, the monster
Is it?
goes into the church
Yeah,
and there's no sound, like it's not killing anyone, and then all the people come out.
the Priory.
Yeah,
Oh.
I've not found out what that is.
I feel like you're spoiling
No,
this for
it's
me.
not-
I've,
it's
I've,
not-
I've,
it's not
I've only
spoiler.
seen, I've only seen 2 episodes.
Oh,
You'll see that you might see it in the next episode.
Can we talk about the voice acting?
oh,
voice
yeah,
acting
Bill
is
Nye.
really good.
Stellar voice acting. Yeah.
Bill Nye, isn't
He's
it?
got he's got such a recognizable voice. But when I heard him, I was like, wow.
No, I just say,
that's
I
really,
heard them and
really
I was
good.
like, really? On like, I had to wait. I had to actually stop Netflix from autoplaying the next episode so I could read the credits.
Mm.
I don't think Netflix was prepared for that because you ever watched to the end of an actual episode?
Yeah, it takes ages because they've got all the foreign things.
But
isn't it?
then they've also got like the advertisements for all the studios. That
Yeah, and it
produce
cuts
them
down
on-
the screen and makes it appear tiny, and you're like, no, wait, that's what I'm
Let me
trying to
read-
watch.
How many studios are like? Honestly, it just felt like one after the other.
There was
Like,
about 7 or something at the
there's
end of it. They
loads
just
of
all
them.
these wee. You know how like
It's probably
usually-
animation studios doing parts
Yeah.
of the episode.
Yeah,
there's
because
like-
it's not like Netflix is funding it, but it's like a Japanese studio with an American back. It's like
It's Adi
such a-
Shankar.
Navid Negaban, great actor, great
Mm.
voice actor. Jamie Murray, she's got a great voice. She was like Lila in Dexter.
Yeah.
She
Alright,
plays
okay.
Carmela.
Miss Pad My Tits.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
As I always remember that line in that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Navid Negaban he's Amal Farouk, the Shadow King in Legion and stuff like that. There you've got I can't remember his name, is the guy that played Caron in the John Wick films. You know, the
Mm.
Hotel Concierge.
yeah,
Lance Reddick.
Lance Reddick, yep, that's the name. There's so many good names in it, so many good
Mate,
voice actors.
Uh,
it's really
Graham
Dracula
McTavish?
voice actor.
Yeah,
Aye,
yeah.
Graham McTavish's
Oh.
Dracula was amazing.
he's
first.
obviously well. I don't know if he's going to come back. He's obviously going to come
What
back.
is a man? What is a man? Miserable
No.
Playable Secrets.
Yes.
He's obviously going to
Throw
come
your
back.
wine.
Yeah, but- I mean,
The,
did you guys know? Right, and this is a spoiler alert.
Shit, here it comes.
Alucard
Uh-huh.
is Dracula.
is Dracula backwards. Fucking just ruined my moment, Ross. Fuck's sake.
What about Dr. Acula?
No, he's a totally unrelated character.
All right, okay.
Adrian Tepesh. That's Alucard's actual name.
Yeah.
But I love the visual styles of the
The-
Castlevania. It's so brutal.
I'm not gonna lie. So far, season 1 has by far been the best. Like season 1 was just brilliant. I really liked all of it.
They set it up really well, and I was so gutted that I was like, I'll finish it when season 2 comes out, and then I missed season 2, and now I've kind of missed the start of season 3. I really want to catch up.
I feel like that's just so easy to say though. Season 1 is always good of a new show because it's new,
yeah,
and it's fresh and exciting.
And I think it's more because like you want to see like video game adaptations to work well, because you've seen it work out badly so many times before, and you're like, fuck, please don't fuck this up.
You know it's someone who cares about it. Sorry, Hamish.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, in my opinion, season 2, especially like season 2 finale, fantastic, man. That's probably my highlight, man. That's fucking brilliant.
The fight scene at the end is amazing.
The fight scene and then the conclusion. I won't spoil. Obviously,
don't
in
worry.
case anyone's listening, but that was just amazing. Man.
If you haven't, it's definitely a good watch, but it's not for faint-hearted individuals, man. It is brutal, like very brutal.
Yeah,
but brilliant.
Recommend?
Yes, highly.
3 thumbs up according to our ratings that we got.
2 thumbs and a pinky. Yep.
That's it. 2 thumbs and a pinky.
So since Hugh's on his phone, Dom, what have you been watching?
So I've been going to the cinema actually, which is nice. I got to see Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, I've heard about that.
Yeah, so it was actually really entertaining. I was shocked by it because you hear sort of like, obviously with the big re-edits that he did to Sonic's face. I actually had to show I actually showed my manager what Sonic looked like, because he was like, what, they had an original design? No, it's always been that. I'm like, no, here's the original one. He actually audibly gasped. Never heard that about a grown man go.
It was such a bad design, though. Like the teeth, the face,
the hands, the fingers. It was all
the weird skinny legs,
tiny wee eyes.
Because I remember
big eyes,
because I was
one big eye.
Yeah, it was.
That's what Sonic has. Just
Sonic has one big eye.
We McDonald's arch eye.
When I was in New York last year, they actually had like the poster with his legs, and you got to see that, and that's all you seen, and that was like what they were leading with. So you always hear the theory that people are like, oh no, they made that bad design intentionally to get people to watch it, and you're like, no way.
Did it not.
Because there's so many edits in this movie. You're like, yeah, that's why they couldn't do that.
If they had meant for it, then the edits would have been super smooth, because they would have already had them already in there.
There's one in particular where it's like a bomb or a grenade gets stuck onto Sonic's hand, but it's no longer a hand, it's a glove. So you're just like, why doesn't he just take off the glove? And he's like, what's going on for it? And it's like, and James Marsden's like, let me get it. Oh, no, it's on me. And you're like, okay, clearly that was supposed to be, it's on his hand. And you're like,
you know what? I can totally forgive that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I did. Purely because at least they actually listened to what people didn't like and changed it.
Yeah. Jim Carrey, phenomenal in it. Great.
I was just about to ask. I'm a huge Jim Carrey fan.
So he's basically like just Jim Carrey, Ace Ventura turned up to 11, but he's an asshole. It's great.
Just because I haven't actually heard them refer to him. Is he Dr. Eggman? Or
no, he's Robotnik. But the Sonic calls him Eggman because of his drones that he's got. So on his hands, he's got controllers.
Right.
Like they kind of look like Genesis or Sega Mega Drive controllers that he's using for his drones. The whole thing is about like Sonic. It's an interesting story because they have him as like baby Sonic at the start, running about, and he's like he's protected by some mad owl thing. I'm like, all right, okay, but there's hundreds of like Knuckles and echidnas chase after him because he's unique.
Hundreds of
Knuckles, like echidnas chasing after him. Like he says, you can't be discovered because like you've got a power that people want to control, and echidnas find him and try to capture him. So his mother figure goes, use these rings, like actual rings, like that he collects. If she throws open like a portal to another planet, turns out it's Earth, and it's in a place in America called Greenhouse. So that's how they get it from there.
Whoa.
So I was like, okay, that's pretty interesting, because I was like, wait, hold on. Like a ring that transports, that's a bit funny. But then I realised what happens at the end of Sonic Greenhouse Zones. What does Sonic jump into if you collect enough rings?
Well, if you go into any of the
he jumps into a ring. He transports someone else. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Very flimsy lore right there.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what? Sorry to interrupt. You guys know what a group of hedgehogs is called?
A gangbang.
Anyone have have any real
Orgy?
What are we?
a group of hedgehogs? What do you think?
A group of hedgehogs.
A Sonic?
Bukaki?
A hedge.
A prickle of hedgehogs.
Ah, a prickle.
Yeah.
Huh.
That was anticlimactic. Okay.
Yeah.
The
I
more
liked
you-
Audrey.
The more you know.
Dom, what's
Yeah.
your fun fact about echidnas?
Echidnas have 4 penises.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah.
You do,
It's
Yeah,
very
I'm sure you
interesting.
caught from the last one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've had a lot
Very
of.
comfortable.
I say that to a lot of dates I go on and go like that. Hey, do you know an echidna has 4 penises?
Hey,
and they
girl.
go, Bill, please, and then they leave. And I'm like, cheap date.
Because we're going home.
So it's interesting what they have with Sonic and how he develops that 90s character. Because I was like, wait, hold on, he's going to make all these sort of puns and that.
He's got some tood.
So
He's got attitude.
the main character, James Marsden, his missus, no one interacts with Sonic because Sonic's got to stay hidden, but he runs about Green Hills basically just learning about things. But he gets attached to James Marsden's character, and they sit every movie and watch movies, and all the movies are 90s movies like Speed, Naked Gun, and that. So he likes it when Keanu Reeves is like saying things. So he's like, oh, that's where I'm going to get my attitude from. So then he gives you that. Oh, that's how he gets all these quips.
Right.
And that, so you're like, okay, it leads into that, which is
Is James Marsden not just the mayonnaise of actors?
he's
like
very bland.
bland.
He did have a couple of good comedic moments. He played really well with Jim Carrey in
He's
this.
so forgettable.
Oh no, hold on. Have you
He's-
ever seen Westworld?
What?
No.
He's pretty good in Westworld, man.
Do you know what? I saw a trailer for Westworld today, and he wasn't in it. So.
Well,
There was
the third season's in it, but I mean, it could be because
it could be.
it could be.
He's just
Like-
not interested
No,
enough to
no,
put in
what-
the trailer.
I genuinely I can't tell you without it being a spoiler
Yeah.
like immediately. So
See, if you
but
said to
you
me
need-
he played
you-
Cyclops, I'd go, yeah, that suits him. A background character.
well, I agree with that because Cyclops is just shite. He's terrible.
That's
he's
harsh.
so
The
boring.
new comics, he's amazing.
I know, but he's-
Cyclops as in like
X-Men
X-Men.
Cyclops.
X-Men Cyclops, like the guy who's supposed to be
Like the very first X-Men
one
member.
of the main characters.
He's the X-Men leader. He's the first X-Men,
Oh,
but he's
They
still
cucked
boring
him.
as fuck.
oh, he's very boring.
They cucked him in the X Men films.
Like yeah.
Wolverine
first
just
two
like
Wolverine.
aging.
Aye, Wolverine
But-
came in the first two
Honestly,
films.
like I can't believe you've never seen Westworld. That's ridiculous.
I've
I think
seen
you.
it,
I think you
actually.
enjoy it, man. You.
It's so good.
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins is
really
like,
good at it.
Probably like top.
Because I watched season 1 and I heard kind of season 2 was a bit. It goes a bit strange.
I still really enjoyed season 2.
Oh, yeah,
I
okay.
bet you I'll watch it and I still won't notice James Marsden.
Anthony Hopkins is like
Is that paint on the wall? That was a
top
shit.
3 actors of all time, easily.
Aye.
Who's he? He's just been announced for another film.
James Marsden.
Anthony Hopkins.
Oh.
I'm not looking at news about James Marsden.
But Ben Schwartz, who does Sonic's voice, does it really well. Can't really fault anyone for it. There's a lot because it's just a kids movie
Ben Schwartz.
essentially for it.
Where have I
Um,
heard, sorry, where have I
kids
heard that
movie.
name? Ben Schwartz.
For
What-
all
what
those
else has
So
he done?
kids.
yeah, he's done a few. He does a lot of animated ones, but I'm sure he was in Parks and Recreations.
He was, yeah.
He was the millionaire idea guy,
Yeah.
the tall white guy that's always beside. There he's a.
Oh,
Yeah, he's got that face. So he's
I
got that.
hated him.
Yeah, so
I
he's
hated
got
him so
Sonic's annoying personality down, which
He's
is
in
how it's brilliant.
DuckTales.
I hated them so much.
Lego
in Parks
movie.
And then
Recreation,
remember Neil McDowell, who I said was like Gunther from Friends.
Yeah.
He's only in it for like 5 seconds.
He's like a bad guy in a lot of films, isn't
Yeah,
he?
but he was in it,
Neil-
and then it's like, Jim Carrey comes and goes, right, fuck off, it's me though.
Neil
And you're like,
McDonough.
oh, makes it now.
McDonaghy.
McDonaghy.
That's
He was Damien Dark, the bad guy in season 5 of Arrow.
Yeah, actually.
Four
yeah.
or
no
five
one
of Arrow.
watched season 5 of Arrow.
Well, I
Ham-
did, 'cause
Hambo did.
Arrow's fucking awesome, mate.
But there is a
Yeah.
character called Crazy Carol in it, and he says that there's this blue demon that's running about, and it's just Sonic just acting like a dick to like his bear traps and stuff.
Nice.
He pulls out a picture and goes, "This is what he is," and it's fucking Sonic, the kid's drawing, and I fucking buckled like, "Oh my god, that's amazing! Give me more of that." But there's like one scene like I was like, I can't believe this is happening in a movie. It's just like James Marsden's like, right here, I'm going to have to make a phone call because I need to let everyone know I'm all right. It says because we've just basically punched this guy we've attacked Robotnik and got the fuck out of Dodge because he says he's trying to capture you and now I'm a terrorist because the American government have got like him on. He's on the side of the American government, so he can do what the fuck he wants. So I'm going to make a phone call, Sonic. So stay in this truck. So Sonic's like, right, okay. So he looks out the window, and it's like a biker gang, or just a big party where a bar is, and it's like the coolest, raddest shit that's happening ever. There's like people doing wheelies and stuff like that, and Sonic's like, oh man, that looks so cool. Oh. And he sits back down, he's like, no, it's fine, it's fine. He looks out again, and there's people doing sick tricks, and lassies like, woo! And they're all going wild for it. And he sits, it just gets more ridiculous as it goes on. You're like, what the fuck am I watching?
It's a 90s movie, mate.
It's so fun.
You know what I'm very curious about? See the ending? Does it leave it open for a sequel? Or
I would say it does, yeah.
Some
because
motherfucker put the ending bit on Twitter.
Oh, did they? Oh,
don't say it.
It's not
I don't
that
care.
serious.
Does he finally go fast?
It goes real fast.
I do like how
That's good because he's got to.
Yeah, I like how they actually they made Sonic weak in the movie, because it was like, if you can run like ridiculously fast all the time, then you don't need to worry about being invulnerable for it. I'm just super fast, but it's linked to emotion that he feels for it. So you've probably seen the trailers where his eyes go like kind of blue for it. So he can only do damage to people. So you see him he gets into a bar fight and he tries to hit this guy. He's like, yeah, and the guy's just looking at him like, what the fuck? But he's hitting him really fast, but he's incredibly weak. But when he has like this blue power,
I was waiting for that. That was so weird.
But when he has the blue power for it as well, it like gives him unlimited power where he can actually do damage. So that's where they find it.
He goes like Super Saiyan Blue.
Super Saiyan Blue. Is that a Dragon Ball reference from Hambo?
Unfortunately, it is, because I've been hanging out with you.
I think he's a secret Dragon Ball fan.
But yeah, worth a watch.
Super secret.
Kids would love it. Kids would love that.
I don't understand why kids would love it, because they'll not have a clue who he is.
Sonic?
Yeah, but
it introduces them, to be honest. It's just like a...
Kids will watch anything, mate, and then, it's the same with Pokemon. Like, kids will watch it, and older people will get the nostalgia.
Jim Carrey was, like, phenomenal in it. Like,
speaking of Pokemon, I watched the new Pokemon.
Yeah, same here, man.
There's a new Pokemon?
Well, it's a new old Pokemon, yeah. So it's Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back. It's a Netflix exclusive, isn't it? Netflix animated of the original movie.
Pokemon, the first movie, where it's Mew and Mewtwo.
So it's after the...
Nope.
It's a remake of that movie, but it's in computer generated.
Yeah. It's not really him striking back then, is it? It's him just striking.
Well...
It's called the clapback game. Mewtwo claps back. Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's just, I think me and Dom agreed it's almost like for the original.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you the last time I actually seen it. Probably the cinema.
What is the point?
I guess.
What is the point?
Oh no, it's because it's reintroducing to a new audience, because of Sword and Shield.
Why not just re-release the same fucking film then?
Cheaper to make the same film again.
Yeah.
To sell to kids.
I think so, but Netflix
surely it'd be cheaper to just re-release the film.
But then, like, it's not like... Yeah, because then it's not nothing new you're bringing to it, and it'll bring the old fans back as well, because they were like, alright. And it did. If it kind of...
It's like,
clearly if Ross and you watched
it. It's like the old film with an Instagram filter on it.
Yeah, basically. Gotta get those hashtags.
I thought I enjoyed watching it, and I sat and watched it with the kids, and they're like, "Yeah, do I watch it?" No, you'll really enjoy it. Trust me, you'll really enjoy it. And tough kids, I've got the remote, so you're watching it anyway.
Did they enjoy it?
It's gonna happen anyway, so enjoy.
That's good then. As long as they enjoyed it and they weren't like,
Dom, seeing as you're the only one that actually watched things this week, what was the other thing?
Went and seen Disney's new Onward, which is Chris Pratt and Tom Holland Disney movie.
Have you guys heard the story? Sorry to interrupt. The story about the guy that showed his dad, Chris Pratt, and he can only read it as Chris P. Rat. Crispy Rat.
Oh my god!
Every single time I hear Chris Pratt now, I'm like, Crispy Rat.
That's pretty strong. I like that. That's pretty good.
Anyway,
yes,
I haven't actually heard of this film. Tell me about it.
So it's about magical creatures that are. It's basically set in modern day, where it sort of the intro starts with like, oh, magic's real and unicorns are flying about and elves are trained to be wizards, and it's basically a fantasy.
Sounds like Scotland.
But then it's like things got easier. They're like, oh, electricity was invented, and now everything's advertised, like washing machines and cars. So there's centaurs that never learn how to run, so they just sit in cop cars. And it's like, okay, like society's evolved into like cities, and so it's like basically a New York setting that they've got for it. And the two main characters are brothers, Chris Pratt, Tom Holland. Chris Pratt is basically, I think he's playing Jack Black in this movie. He's like the buffer older brother, but he's all about D&D. It's really, I was like, I wouldn't have got that from the trailers. I'm like, no, I thought he'd just been like a bro, like, hey, what's going on? But he's like, no, this is about elf lords, and he's really in depth for history, because the history's fact. Music, magic did exist and used to go on quests and yada yada yada. So once Tom Holland's character becomes 16, the mum's like, look, your dad said to hand this to you when you're both old enough, and it turns out it's a spell to bring him back for a day, just to see them being men. For it, he says like that because unfortunately he died when, it's a different Disney take, because the mum didn't die, it was the dad that died this time.
Right.
But
why are the parents always got to die?
yeah, it's weird. But this is a thing. It was a disease. Yeah, it's not. I'm like, oh, this is a bit harsh for a. It was like, yeah, I've seen them in hospital and stuff like that, and I'm like, whoa, what fucking this about elves and shit?
I mean, Up, the start of Up.
Yeah.
Fucking...
That's the only part of Up I watched.
Yeah, Up's great, man.
Turned that shit right off.
I was like, that's all I need.
No, the rest of it is so good. Man.
Yeah,
you need to watch Up.
So basically, Chris Pratt's character's like all about magic and that. So he's like, oh man, let me try to resurrect him with this spell. And it's got this sort of gem on a staff. So he's like trying to do it and nothing works. So he's like, so try it. And he's like, nah, we'll celebrate the rest of your birthday, man. So the Tom Holland character, starts saying the spell. The stick flies towards him. So it turns out that he actually possessed magic. So he's like, oh, awesome. So tries to bring back his dad. And he's like, something goes wrong. And he was like, all right, he walks into, sees his legs, and he's like, oh, awesome. So the legs stand up, and it's just legs. So they only bring half of them back. So they're like, so it's an adventure of trying to get a new stone to bring the rest of them back, because they only have 24 hours to do it. And that's it. They don't get another chance to see his dad.
Story.
It's a very strange.
Yeah. So they try to go on a quest in a modern day setting.
Right.
For it, and they find like a manticore, and like that's supposed to be giving out quests. It's really interesting. Chris Pratt's fucking brilliant in it though.
Is this Disney or Pixar?
Disney Pixar.
Oh, right,
But
okay.
there was the weirdest thing. I think you guys will be like, really as well. What did they used to do in a lot of Disney movies before the movie comes on? They have like the wee shots.
The trailers.
What do you think the shot was this time?
Something about dead dads.
No.
Was it a shot from another film?
So you usually get like things like other sort of. You had like that
the wee
one.
dumpling one?
Yeah, the dumpling one. You had the one with the guy's bodies running about with the hearts and that.
You
I
get
think
the
it was.
wee birds on the electricity line.
There was Coco had that.
You know,
what do you think this one was?
You know the best one? Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Best one was Wee Birds on the Beach. Hey, that was good.
Yeah, the big. Was it the fat bird?
Yeah,
yeah.
So
No,
and then also the cloud one. Cloud one was awesome too.
I went for that. What was the magician one?
The magician was it's him and his rabbit, and he goes out on stage with the hat.
Yeah.
And he's like, the rabbit's really hungry. He's not got his carrot, and he's like trying to do the magic trick, and the rabbit's like, no. And pointing to his mouth like, feed me first. And it was hilarious.
I remember that one. But yeah, so
what was this one?
So Fox Disney deal. It was a Simpsons shot.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. So the introduction was the Mickey Mouse logo, and then it was Homer's face with two donuts on the side of his head, and it was a Maggie. It was a Maggie adventure, just like another sort of Simon-esque adventure for her.
This is so fucking weird,
isn't it?
No, that's
so it does
towards Disney. No hint, but
they're going to make another Simpsons film, aren't they?
Yeah. But it was very strange seeing that. It was very jarring because it was like, fuck, that's right, Fox got bought over by Disney.
Disney owns everything.
Yeah.
Do you know what that means though?
What?
Spider Pig. A licensed Spider Pig.
We already have Spider Pig.
You know what it means,
Yeah,
mate?
but-
It means I can spark another can.
Yeah, there we
That's
are.
what it means.
So
We should do a compilation of Hamish sparking cans where he gets slowly drunker and drunker until he goes, sparking can.
See if somebody was really good with a sound tech, we could probably make the intro out of it.
so
I want to hear that.
it was really interesting, the movie, for it, because it goes in a direction that you're like, okay, it's kind of play by play for it, but
Like usual Disney Pixar stuff,
Yeah.
but
You know, it's about it was about the friendships we made upon the way, sort of one. They did have a gay character in it. It was kind of
Whoa.
Is this the
very.
one? Is this the one with the first openly gay character?
They say that it is, but it was more like a
They've had
off
loads of,
comment sort of one.
they've had loads of gay characters. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah,
Did they come into the screen going, "Hi, I'm gay"?
No, it was basically they were one of this. They used a spell because now like Tom Holland knows that he can use magic. It's just like a cloaking device that he's using. So he's playing basically his stepdad, who's a centaur. So his brother's behind him, pretending to be the legs, and he's like talking to other cops, going, "Yeah, this is what I'm doing," talking away. And the one of the police women just like, "Oh, my wife's like that all the time." So that's the kind of comment it was.
Right,
so
okay.
you know, you could do on edit that you can go, "My husband has been," so you know, like, is that really first openly gay? And you're like, nah.
see if you were a.
But you can't really remove it though. That's the thing, because it's a part of like the progression to the story, because they let you know it's a bit of haha, what's going on? Like, oh, they can't, if they go anywhere closer to this, it will break the spell, and then they'll see that it's just two elves dicking about.
Right.
See,
With their
That's weird.
breakfast at Bernie's dad running about with like his legs on him.
It
They
does
put like a
say-
suit on him and stuff like that, and he's running about. It's
I
quite
first
funny.
seen the advert, I thought it looked alright, so
Yeah,
would you
I honestly-
definitely recommend.
I would recommend it. It's got a lot of heart, and if you like your D&D, you like the adventure that they do for it. It's really pretty.
They roll
as
a
well.
lot of dice, yeah.
A lot of rice.
I just want to see the Simpsons short now.
It's only a wee one, and it's no dialogue. It's all just
It's
animated.
got Maggie in it, so
Yeah. It was interesting though. That was a bit jarring, but aye, worth a watch.
What were you going to say about centaurs?
if you were a centaur, how would you wear your trousers?
On my leg.
No, I mean like over all four legs, or just over the back legs, or what? Like,
I don't
Well,
know, man. I'll be a
cover the
centaur.
penis.
I wouldn't care.
you know what I mean? Though, like imagine if you were like a dog. That's probably more relatable, right? Would you have like trousers with like four legs in it that just kind of went up a wee bit, or
Yeah.
or would they just go over the two back legs?
I don't
two
know.
back legs. It's got to be two back legs.
Your
Think
hind
so?
legs. Your
Yeah,
hind legs.
Your hind legs.
But I
A
mean,
belt right round the whole body.
but the
just
two-
hold them
the-
up.
you've still got two legs at the front.
But then what me for a sausage dog? Because then you got those wee nips. You can
Yeah,
wear
I
like
don't
socks.
think that
Two.
trousers are designed for four-legged beings.
But that's
Well,
not,
this
that's
is
not what we're
something
talking
we
about,
need.
Hugh.
Do I need to wear a shirt?
in-
Because if I'm a centaur, I'll be like, fucking
Well-
check these.
in this world that we're talking about, centaurs are a thing.
Yeah.
So surely
unicorns.
there must be centaur trousers. So
Yeah, maybe. Well, I don't remember. They were just wearing the cop uniforms. A lot of them were cops, which was very strange. But then they all tried to like drive in cars. But then they learned a lot in that movie, which was interesting. They learned a lot today. It was about the friendships they made on the way.
what a wholesome
Disney movie.
Right, guys, we'll wrap it up for this week or this fortnight or whatever. How we do these
Yeah,
now.
we're trying.
Episode.
Who knows?
Were you happy with this one?
Yeah, I had fun.
Yeah.
This one, this podcast.
This podcast?
No, too much Final Fantasy for my
For your
my
take.
taste.
Not
What?
enough Transformers.
All right.
Mm.
Do you know what? Next week we can do Transformers.
Can we though? Because I'm the host and I'm not letting any trans.
Sorry, I
We'll
thought I
do-
was the host.
We'll do a secret Transformers podcast without Hamish.
Yeah.
I'm the host next week, mate. I'm
Not if we do a secret podcast.
gonna make you do it naked.
That's not in the powers of the host.
Well, who's saying we're not naked right now? Whoa, we're all naked now.
That's true. No one can see it, so Hugh's
Thank
naked.
fuck.
We're
Everyone-
basically the John Cena's of the podcast. Mark.
Oh my god, Hugh's stripping naked right now.
Hugh, stop it. Hugh, please.
Right. That's a goodbye from Dom.
Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye from Hamish.
Bye everyone. Thank you for listening.
Goodbye from Ross.
Goodbye, Ross.
Bye, guys.